To bring glory back to England for the first time since '66. But how did he get here? Well, from the sleepy town of Krumbach via some giants of European football, here's his journey to Wembley. Sitting around 60 miles west of Munich, Krumbach's population is less than 14,000 people. But Tuchel's friends there remember a boy whose ambitions lay far beyond the Bavarian community. His will to win was evident early. Tuchel often captained his youth football teams, and his school side lifted the national German football trophy in 1987. The sport took the young defender on a whistle-stop tour of South Germany, from Augsburg to Stuttgart and then Ulm. A knee injury ended his playing career at the age of 25, though. Tuchel accepted his first coaching role in the Stuttgart youth setup in 2000, hired by none other than Ralf Rangnick. Under Tuchel's stewardship, the club's under-19s won their league title in 2005. But Stuttgart chose not to renew his contract, feeling Tuchel had an abrasive personality. He went on to manage Augsburg's second team before spending 5 years at the helm at Mainz. He then followed in Jurgen Klopp's footsteps and moved from Mainz to Dortmund. Here, Tuchel secured his first major silverware, the German Cup, in 2017. 8 more major trophies came next for Tuchel in just 5 glorious seasons. He won 2 Ligue 1 titles and a pair of domestic cups as PSG boss. At Chelsea, he famously lifted the Champions League, as well as a Super Cup and a Club World Cup, and he also bagged a Bundesliga at Bayern Munich. And then, 4 months after leaving Bayern, Tuchel was unveiled as England's new manager.
I always wanted to come back to England. That was my big goal. I have the best memories of the country, of the league and of the players. The attitude towards the game, the attitudes from the supporters.
Well, here's hoping Tuchel can finally drag England over the line at a major tournament.
Hello there, how's it going? You're listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. It's me, Shebahn Aherne Gabby Agbonlahor with Arnold Clark's Deal Drop. You can get the new car feeling without the new car price. Discover some of their biggest savings and find your next car today. Good morning, the sun is coming up. Just looking at the weather app because I'm sad like that, Gabby. Do you always check the weather ahead?
I do, indeed. Of course I do, especially when coming to London for a few days. Make sure to bring some trousers if it's going to be a bit cold and rainy, but it's nice to be wearing shorts for the last 3 months.
You really have worn shorts for 3 months.
No, it's good to get your legs out, isn't it? You know, you've got good legs. Now, some people hide their legs, Shebahn. You know, they've got chicken legs. People like Ashley Young. Sorry, should I say that out loud? Sorry. Yeah.
You have got good legs.
I've got some friends that like on
Big
holiday.
legs, though.
On holiday, when we saw Vegas, you should take the mick out of them. Because he had a big upper body and then twiglet legs. And sometimes you can't do nothing about your legs.
What are you going to do? Can't get your knees done.
You know, if you're training legs, sometimes they just don't grow. Your shins aren't going to grow, mate. So the lads just stood there and just like, chicken legs.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm getting with age?
What?
And stress? Spider veins.
What are they?
Like, you know, when you... I'll show you. See, like when you get like a little burst of blood vessel on you.
Oh, yeah. They're
See
normal,
there?
though. Yeah.
Gabs, they're everywhere.
Yeah, but give it 15 years, Shebahn.
but I'll cut them off.
Yeah.
Hack these things off and feed them to the dog.
We haven't congratulated everyone with breakfast.
Well done.
The Ray
you
jars.
lot. Well
No,
done.
you lot, all of us. The Ray jars are through, aren't they? And it's the highest for this period since 2019. I think it's up 2.7% maybe.
Brilliant.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, I say it all the time. You don't realise until you're out and about speaking to people. talkSPORT is a beast.
Oh, of course it is.
An absolute
Yeah, I
beast.
don't want to pat myself on the back, but I was doing it every day now. If Uncle Liam's listening and Joe Amphlett maybe, yeah, get an extra fiver.
I was thinking, you've been getting up for about a year straight to do breakfast.
I know.
So, yeah, well done you,
I've
Gabs.
aged a lot though, more wrinkles.
I know.
Well, it is what it is.
Your management now? You're in the board.
Yes.
He's on the board, Gabby Agbonlahor. No, brilliant news. Well done, everybody at talkSPORT, and probably don't get enough credit. This lot behind the scenes, behind the glass as well. Ollie, Ed, the troops.
I think breakfast are the one that's gone up the most as well. I don't want to put anyone else and throw anyone else under the
Breakfast
table.
well done to
Like
everyone.
other shows, do you know what I mean, that aren't getting like the success that breakfast does, and that's why it's the biggest show. You've got the best staff.
No, you were classy for a minute, and now you're turning into.
I haven't named names, have I?
Well, you just don't have to do that.
Okay, all right.
All right.
I know they are.
But tell me off air.
Yeah.
By the way, wasn't it brilliant to have Al back yesterday?
Oh, wasn't it? He was so happy, wasn't he? I think like afterwards, when everyone clapped him and he got the cake, he would have loved that.
Did you cry? I started crying. I'm a bit hormonal, but
I mean, Corey.
I just thought, I was saying to Ollie this morning, because the way he was speaking to us even off air as well, and he was very open about everything he's been through, but you can tell he's like, oh, I nearly messed it up and now I've got another shot, and what if I never saw the grandchildren and my kids? And I was like, oh God.
Say 4 months ago, did he think he'd be back? You're sitting at home and you're appalling, you're thinking like, I miss it, I've got 25 years, then being a broadcaster, like talkSPORT's his basically, isn't it? He built it from the start. So he's back and he sounded good, he didn't feel tired, he wasn't coughing, he felt good. He sounded great, and we're happy to have him back.
And by the way, he is back tomorrow. So no panic out there. He's back with you again tomorrow.
Don't worry, guys.
He's
we're the supply teachers.
We are supply. Just supply. One more day and then he'll be back. Just stick with us.
We're part of a supply teacher agency.
You need them with Alan and Jeff.
Exactly,
right?
yes.
But no, brilliant stuff for Alan Brazil, and he is back with you tomorrow. So good stuff. He's got to go and have his tests again today and make sure that he's all doing good. Let's move on, shall we? After the transfer saga between Vinicius Jr. and Arsenal, the Brazilian winger is set to stay at Madrid with an improved contract offer. Reportedly on the table, the Athletics Spanish football journalist Mario Cortajana told talkSPORT he expects Vinny Jr. to stay at the Bernabeu.
Vinicius was using Real Madrid to have a better contract, a better deal with Arsenal. But the reality is that he's really attracted by Arsenal proposal, because Arsenal have been working amazingly during months to explain the project, to put some good figures in the idea of signing him. And Vinicius has been paying a lot of attention to the Arsenal project, and at the same time, of course, he had to listen to Real Madrid, and actually he has heard Real Madrid, and Real Madrid have appeared in the meeting today at Madrid with a huge offer, with an improved offer, who shows how important is how important is Vinicius for the project.
So that's the Athletics, Mario Cortajana there out in Spain. It's not all dead in the water yet for Arsenal, Gabs. I mean, this is still ongoing. No, nothing been signed away just yet. But for Arsenal, then, if they miss out on Vinicius Jr., they've missed out on Morgan Rogers, Julian Alvarez, Ezri Konsa this summer.
Yeah.
Why is that? Why are the Premier League champions struggling to get their main men, their targets?
I think with, like, say, Konsa, it just depends what Villa's stance is. Villa might say, still trying to negotiate a new contract. We want to wait maybe till next summer, see what happens. But Alvarez was never going to come. Real Madrid and Barcelona were trying to get Alvarez, and Atletico Madrid have been really stubborn and saying he isn't going anywhere, which I do like about a football club. But the Vinny Jr. one was a audacious attempt, to say the least.
Big word for you.
I've been learning this book that I've been reading. They've got these big words in. I'm trying to keep them in my brain. No, but it was always going to be tough, Shebahn. Like Vinny Jr. leaving Real Madrid to come to Arsenal, it just doesn't sound right. As Arsenal fans might get angry, I'll say it, but like, imagine Neymar Jr. at Barcelona. He's not going to leave Barcelona for Arsenal. They're always going to come to an agreement. Real Madrid aren't going to let a talent like that at 26. Do you know what I mean? What's he worth on the market? I know he's got a year left, but what's he worth, Vinny Jr.? Over 100 million easily. Real Madrid are never going to let that go. And Vinny Jr. in his mind won't want to leave Real Madrid. Imagine the crowds in Brazil, the people that love Vinny Jr. because he plays for Real Madrid. I just can't see it.
Well, that is interesting because it was my understanding that it was if he wanted to leave Real Madrid. There's never been a he wants to leave Real Madrid.
He's not said it, has he?
He's looking for the right offer. He's looking at Mbappe going, can I get money close to that? Can I get a deal close to that?
Of course.
And if they're not going to give me what I deserve, then yes, I would be interested in what Mikel Arteta is doing. And don't get me wrong, Arsenal are a massive club and they are on the verge of winning the Champions League. They're looking to go back-to-back Premier League champions. They absolutely can, right? They can. So, and I think he would get them over the line. But he's Vinicius Jr.
It's just I just look at the whole deal for Arsenal, and I look at it as well, Shebahn. You got to look at like Saka, Rice, Saliba, Gabriel. If he starts coming in and like his whole deal's worth £1 million a week with all bonuses and everything, then just.
But Arteta wants him.
I know, but like, does it ruin?
But he's Vinny Jr.
I know, but
you'd have gone into clubs where people were higher paid than you.
Yeah, but not to that level. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't when they've just won the Premier League. Saka, Rice are looking at themselves saying we're world-class players ourselves. They're not going to accept someone on 3 times as much as them.
Arsenal fans will be having this discussion this morning. 03717 223334. By the way, our Laura Kirk-Francis.
Yes.
Because we've seen her the whole summer as another target, just didn't quite go over the line.
Yeah.
She was on the Transfer Insiders last night and she had this to say about Arsenal's performance and being gutted about not to get Vinny Jr.
The dream was alive. I think that's one thing that I will take away from this as a slightly pessimistic Arsenal fan. What? When I first saw the announcement that we'd agreed these really vague statements that we get during a transfer saga, I thought, no, this is silly. I am old enough to remember the Benzema summer where we all thought we were getting Benzema. We all thought we were getting Julian Draxler. I know a silly transfer link when I see one, but clearly I don't, because this has been a concerted effort on Arsenal's part to bring this player to the Premier League. It's not a frivolous bid. It's not just throwing our hat in the ring. They have worked together to a bid that is bigger than what Real Madrid have offered here. Obviously, they are the incumbent though, and I think it's a shame. I think it's a shame for the Premier League, but we move on, and I look forward to booing him should Real Madrid come to the Emirates.
Laura Kirk-Francis.
Incredible, isn't it? Honestly.
What, that the hope was alive?
Yeah, but Arsenal fans are so deluded. Like the hope was there, but like. I was saying it off air, wasn't I, Shebahn? It's like when I was younger, and I used to DM Rihanna, asking her to come to the Bull Ring in Birmingham for a tour. That's on level with Arsenal Football Club, thinking they've got a chance of getting Vinicius Jr. from Real Madrid. Like Arsenal will only sign players from Real Madrid where like they're coming to the end and they're not at their best. Like Real Madrid, you don't leave Real Madrid unless you're going to like PSG, like players might do. Look at Neymar leaving Barcelona because he was going to get crazy money, or Saudi. I don't see Vinny Jr. coming to the Premier League. Not even Manchester City, not even Chelsea, not even Manchester United. They're not big enough for Vinny Jr.
It sounds like they had a night to forget as well last night in Dublin with a pre-season friendly. Lost 3-1 to Real Betis, but it's pre-season. It means nothing.
Okay.
It means nothing, Gabby. Arsenal fans, please have your say this morning. Are you concerned by this quiet window? Did you get your hopes up with Vinicius Jr.? And actually, are you good enough? Are you a big enough club to go and get Vinicius Jr.?
I don't think so.
You can have your say on that. 03717 22 3344. Good morning. You're listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. Up next, back pages.
I anticipate Arsenal to absolutely go again and just be as good as they've been this season. The key element for me on the title this year is Rodri. If Rodri's a Manchester City player throughout the whole course of the season, Manchester City will win the league.
That's a shout and off, that isn't it?
Do you,
Wow.
do you disagree? If Manchester City lose Rodri and he goes to Real Madrid, they will not win the league.
I know what you're saying, but I look at it as well because Anderson's coming, isn't he?
Yeah.
So
He's not Rodri.
I know he's not Rodri.
But he'll benefit from playing alongside him.
Yeah, that would happen.
But if you leave him on his own in there, I think you've got carnage.
I do know what you're saying, but I think there's more of a factor that Maresca might not be up for it either. You don't know yet.
I think he's up for it.
You reckon he's up for it?
I think he's up for it.
We'll see.
He knows that club. He's been at that club. He understands how that club
You're
works.
talking like a real Manchester City supporter.
He went to Chelsea. He did.
Are you Blackburn? You're a Blackburn fan, didn't you?
Yeah, we'll talk,
Hold on a minute.
we'll talk about their dismal summer in a minute.
What about the other teams?
Why are you doing this? Why are you deflecting?
Well, I'm just trying to say.
All I was doing was talking about the Premier League title race. That's all I was saying. And I was just saying that the big impact, the key piece of information for me is Rodri being a Man City player throughout the whole course of the season. And if he is, Manchester City will win the league.
Cool, but that's a shout.
Do you not think so?
So where was he last season?
Getting back from his ACL, mate. Do you not think so?
No, listen, mate.
So you're tipping Arsenal. You think so? You believe in what I said at the start of the show, that you believe that we're entering a dynasty time.
Yeah, but I wouldn't hang my hat on it.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought so.
You liked a bit of the old spicy.
Yes, as a teenager, all over it. All over it. They were massive, weren't they?
First tape I got from Woolies was this.
They were massive, weren't they? People don't realise, this generation, like, they don't appreciate like how big the Spice Girls were.
Funny though, when you put the Spice Girls on to the kids in the house, they'll be like, who's that? I'm like, I know.
My kids are the worst. Even like my 18-year-old and 15-year-old, they're like, who's that? I'm like, pardon? Like, they don't understand real music, do they?
This is real music.
Real music, of course it is.
Happy birthday to Ginger Spice. Do you want to guess the age of Jerry Halliwell?
Ginger Spice was... Now, you know what I'm going to say?
You be careful. Be careful.
45.
Oh, happy days, Jerry Horner.
I think I was young and they were young. 5, 6... Okay, 47.
I was young and they were young.
47.
No, she's 54.
Pardon?
I know.
When did they first release their single? How young was I? Like 6 and 7 dancing around the house.
Spice Girls
The
were
Spice
about
Girls.
96, weren't they, or
Was
97?
they? Okay, so I was 10 to 10. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought they were like early 2000s.
No, Gabs.
You
At that
sure?
point, they'd
Shebahn?
retired.
You sure?
They'd split up at that point,
Okay. All right. I'm wrong.
I think. It's been 14 years since the Spice Girls all performed together last June. So at the 2012 London Olympic Games, I'd love to see them get back together.
Just different now, though, isn't it? You know, like back then, Shebahn, you had so many boy bands, girl bands, mixed. That was the
But
era,
nobody
wasn't
was
it?
the Spice Girls.
No, but I mean, like, the teenagers would love it. Now the teenagers would be like, don't want to listen to that. Listen to crazy music, don't they? Just a different era. I don't think they'll ever be like boy bands and girl bands again.
Say Space Ghetto in an American accent.
Space Ghetto.
In an American accent.
Space Ghetto. No, that's Scottish.
No, but that's it. It makes you sound Scottish.
Why does it do that?
Space Ghetto.
Space Ghetto. Yeah.
Sounds like Space
The
Ghetto.
American accent.
Try that in your tea bake later. Right, 03717223344 is the number for Arsenal fans. Gabby has called you deluded for ever thinking you were going to get Vinicius Jr. Is that fair? Good morning to you, Kirk. How's things?
Oh, fine. Shebahn, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks. Kirk, do you agree with Gabby? Are Arsenal fans a bit miles off it here, thinking you were getting Vinny Jr.?
Absolutely not.
I agree.
Gabby, I'd like you to think about this, right?
Okay, mate.
Arsenal, hi there, how are you doing? Arsenal have actually beaten Real Madrid twice, home and away last season, right? In the Champions League, right? Vinicius Jr. sat there looking at this and thinking to himself, we're nowhere near winning the Champions League. Here is a team that has got a very good project, right? And they're coming in and they are interested in me. Do you know that his ears were pricked up? He really thought, you know what, this is an option. And you cannot sit there, saying that Arsenal fans are deluded. There's no delusion at all about this. Arsenal are very, very serious. And the other thing that you know what, you do go on about is that, Arsenal defensive and this set piece thing and everything that from last season. Do you know that Arsenal are actually in the process of trying to correct all of that? It's building blocks. And Arsenal are coming good with all these building blocks in place. Arsenal are actually coming good, and they're becoming a very, very attractive club.
Do you not think?
Well said,
do you not think Vinny Jr. is looking at Real Madrid and saying, "Okay, Dumfries, Cucurella, Canate, they're looking like a more balanced team to win the Champions League now"?
But they've also now got Mourinho, and we all know what Mourinho's like. And also, Vinny has actually had his own issues with Mourinho as well. That is also a known fact. So how do you think Vinny will actually think about that? Now, I do think that, you know what, when a team actually changes a lot of players, right? Like you're saying, Cucurella's gone there, and you know what I'm saying? There's also risk in that in itself.
Thank you,
Arsenal have been very steady all the way through, and their building blocks are very intact, and it's very visible. Now, I'm not sitting here as a deluded gunner, as you call us. I see things for what they really are.
Okay, Kirk, thank you so much for your call. Yeah,
Run out of battery.
they've got the hope as well. They've got the hope that they're going to get a world class player, and they do say it's not because you make a good point. Keep these coming in 03717223344. Kirk, thank you very much for your call this morning. Time to get today's back pages with Costa Express and Katie.
The Costa Coffee Break on talkSPORT, sponsored by Costa Express. Get a regular Costa Express iced coffee as part of your Tesco meal deal at participating Tesco stores. Terms and conditions apply.
Katie Shanahan.
Hello. Morning.
Is at it again.
What happened? What?
Call Katie deluded her face.
No, she's not deluded. Katie's a real one. I mean, she understands.
A real one?
Yeah, a real one.
What on earth do you mean by a real one? Is that a really big compliment?
Yeah, it's like a Birmingham slang maybe when I was a kid. Like, you're a real one. That's what you say to some of your good friends. Like, you're a real one.
Oh, thanks, Gabs.
Like, that security guard you say is a real one.
Back on the security guard.
Did you hear about that?
No.
You didn't hear about that?
What?
When she was working at the World Cup, she had security guard 24/7.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because it's Fox. And they're big on
got back safe and sound. So Gabs now wants to be my security guard going forward.
You could be a good Security guard.
Thank you.
Big fella.
No, I think he'd get distracted and wander off.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd be a very good one. But
Where is she? Sorry,
oh, she's gone. Oh,
LeBron James score 3.
she's been kidnapped. And then just be like, oh, whatever.
It was her fault. Never stay tight to me.
Katie, what's happening?
So, a number of stories actually rolling around in the back pages. So, lots of headlines regarding Newcastle's new manager, Matthias Jaissler, who's saying, I fully believe in Newcastle's ambition. On the back page of the Mail, you've got Jaissler given time to shine. I like that. On the back page of the Sun, you've got talk of the Toon on the back page of the Daily Star there. And, lots of quotes just going on about Jaissler saying he's promised Newcastle fans passion and energy. There's also lots of photos about Mo Salah as he arrived in Trabzonspor. He's mobbed by fans after his move to Turkey. But I want to start with Infantino, because on the back page of the Times, Infantino's 2030 offer to Morocco. This story by Martin Ziegler here. So the FIFA president, Infantino, has promised Morocco that it will host the 2030 World Cup final in return for its support, but is said by insiders to be worried that Saudi Arabia has yet to endorse him. Do you think, Gabs, this Morocco story is a sign of a desperate man who knows he's on his way out? Yeah, he is. He's probably can't get Donald Trump to pick the phone up to him. He's like, Donald's like, I don't know you, Gian. I don't know you. He's a desperate man, and all this negativity now. I didn't think I'd see Luis Figo come out, because he's been one of the players that has been working for FIFA at all these World Cups. But he come out, didn't he, and then was negative on Infantino. I think it's just the right time. Sometimes, Katie, when all this bad press, bad media, if you're FIFA, this can all go away if you just get rid of him. He's not that important that you have to keep hold of him. Negative, greedy, and then power hungry. Not that important, but he does hold the highest position in football. No, I mean important in the sense that he can't be replaced. So yeah, it can be replaced. Yeah, he can be replaced, can't he? He's not like Infantino. He's doing something that no one else can go in and do a better job. Well, also on FIFA, so they've shared this on social media. Following high-level talks in Rabat, FIFA leadership reaffirmed complete unity for Infantino and the administration, pledging to strengthen organisational governance and transparency. So top officials formally apologised for their errors surrounding the now withdrawn World Cup plans. Moving forward, FIFA stresses zero-tolerance stance on attacks to its integrity as it refocused on global football development through its existing FIFA Forward programme. So actually, Infantino might be staying. Yeah, I just don't think this negativity goes anywhere if he does. And they would have had big meetings, wouldn't they, and said, okay, that wasn't the wisest thing you've done. We have to calm down now. Look at the profit they're making. Wasn't it was it 9 billion or something, like the profit from the World Cup? Well, 7 hours of crisis talks yesterday, and then they're now saying that they support him, and their complete unity is quite amazing, really.
It is. Okay, more on that across the show. Katie Shanahan, thank you very much. That was all thanks to Costa Express. Coming up, which club legend is about to join their rivals? We'll discuss that next on talkSPORT Breakfast.
The Costa Coffee Break on talkSPORT, sponsored by Costa Express. Get a regular Costa Express iced coffee as part of your Tesco meal deal at participating Tesco stores. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's talk about Jack Grealish. Obviously, you bumped into him on holiday. Everton opted against the 50 million buyout option, but I saw in the Liverpool Echo, 83% of Everton fans want the club to sign Jack Grealish. Do you think he'll end up there?
I think there's a good chance he will, but I didn't understand the £50 million that Man City thought they were going to get. A year left on his contract. You're never going to get that sort of money for Manchester City if they can get a fee at all. because it's club like Everton or wherever Jack signs for might be like the wages. Maybe we'll cover the wages for a year, and then that's it. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. But seeing him over in Mallorca, he was fit. He was training at Real Mallorca's training ground because they were away in Marbella pre-season. He's hungry. He's looking after himself. He's doing all the right things. And, you know, some players at 30, Jeff, he's won it all.
Yeah.
Doesn't need any more money. But he wants to play. He's addicted to football. He loves football. He would have been so jealous watching the players at the World Cup. He still wants to play at the highest level. And he showed that by the pre-season that he's had. So any reports as well that were fake reports you were hearing about being left out of Manchester City squad, no, I don't think he's clear to train for another 10 days.
Fancied having a beer in the stands while watching your team at the Emirates, or at Anfield, or at Stamford Bridge? Well, this season you actually can. Drinking alcohol in the stands at Premier League games may still be illegal, but the Women's Super League is doing something different, and here's how we got there. Back in the 1980s, football had a serious image problem. The sport was plagued by violence, pitch invasions and beer-fuelled chaos. Then, in 1985, Margaret Thatcher's government stepped in. They introduced the Sporting Events Control of Alcohol Act, banning alcohol in view of the pitch across England and Wales. Since then, many fans and clubs have called for the law to be relaxed. But despite attempts to change things over the years, authorities just haven't been convinced fans can be trusted. But in January 2025, something did change. The Women's Championship, now called the WSL2, launched a trial allowing fans to drink in the stands. The reasoning? Well, fans at women's matches tend to behave differently. Less aggression, more family-friendly vibes. As a result, select WSL and WSL2 stadiums are now allowing fans to drink alcohol in view of the pitch. It's been a landmark move showing growing trust in fans and recognising that women's football is building its own culture. So could the men's game be the next to leave the 1980s behind? Well, maybe, if fans can prove they can handle a pint without pitching it at someone. Yeah, don't hold your breath. Until then, it's Bovril all around. Cheers to that.
Good morning to you. You're listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. It's Shebahn Aherne for Alan Brazil. Gabby Agbonlahor is here with Arnold Clark. It's the perfect time to upgrade your car. Get 2 years free servicing when you buy a used car in the upgrade event. You can check it out online. Now over to the boxing. The stakes couldn't be higher for Starboy Moses Atoma. By the way, Alan Brazil back yesterday. Classic. Oh, Moses.
Well, I asked him, how's he been doing? You know, he's done great.
Moses Atoma.
He reminds me of Tyson.
Yeah.
Mike, you know.
He loves him. He's got his clash with Filip Hrgovic at the end of the month, with the winner taking on the IBF heavyweight title. The boy Moses joined the station yesterday and spoke on whether this will be the biggest fight of his career.
No, of course. This is the hardest fight. Like professional, amateur, like it's just the threat, the opposition, the what's at stake. Of course, like it's the biggest fight of my life, and especially what I do like about this fight is that obviously Filip Hrgovic has achieved so much great things in his career, and like the good thing about my position is I get to add them accolades onto my career, if that makes sense.
Sure.
So obviously beating Filip Hrgovic, like I guess obviously I'm not looking for it, but I guess I can get some credit, and even to myself, I might even pat myself on the back and actually finally say, do you know what, you've done something you can be proud of.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he's 22.
It's incredible.
Hrgovic is 34. Even when you look at that experience, Gabby,
yeah,
he's got a lot to learn from whatever happens in this fight.
Oh yeah, and also you can go in the opposite way though. 34, a lot of rounds where like a lot of damage. So Hrgovic has been through some gruesome fights as well. You know, the War fight that he had as well. I think he runs through him. I do in 3-4 rounds. I do. You told him. I think he's too sharp, too young and fit and fresh. Yeah, hungry as well. I think he definitely knocks Hrgovic out in 3 or 4 rounds. Yep.
Looking forward to this. Atoma takes on Hrgovic for the IBF heavyweight title. That's coming up at the end of August. Don't forget, if you love your boxing, Saturday night. Fight night returns to DAZN. Callum Simpson and Troy Williamson meet once again in a huge domestic rematch with unfinished business to settle after their first meeting delivered plenty of drama. Join DAZN Ultimate for 185 plus fight nights and a minimum of 12 plus pay-per-view events every year, including Atoma versus Hrgovic and Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn, all at no extra cost with our pals at DAZN.
Boxing update on talkSPORT with DAZN, the global home of boxing. Sign up now at dazn.com/boxing.
Brighton fans, earmuffs. Solly March, who spent 15 years at his boyhood club Brighton playing over 250 games, had his contract run out last month. The right winger joined the breakfast show on Monday and spoke about how his time on the South Coast didn't end the way he expected it to.
Yeah, it was a difficult one. I think, yeah, the club sort of undenied, and I thought I was going to get a contract, if I'm honest, but that didn't happen. They're going in a different direction now. I think you can see that. So, yeah, I think they want to have young players that are going to be there for many years. So, yeah, I think it is what it is, but I'm ready to go. I'm going to train at the club now and use the pitches. So, yeah, they're being good to me. So it's helping me out a lot, yeah.
Oh, that's great. What about...
Oh, that's a bit of a shame.
Hearing his voice.
Yeah, he's hurt.
Yeah, I can look at that video there, his voice. That's like, I don't want to say the wrong thing. I'm still training at the football club, but I'm a bit like, wow. After all I've done and maybe the injury problems I've had, I thought I could at least have a year's contract to prove myself. No problem if I'm him now. Let's be honest, it's not a derby, is it?
What?
Palace and Brighton.
What is?
It's about 100 miles.
But they hate each other.
What are they going to do?
They hate
What are they going to do? Chase each other around the service stations on the way to the
battle of the birds, isn't it? The eagles and the seagulls
Give it a rest.
fighting each other.
What is it exactly? Is it like 50 miles, 40 miles difference?
Yeah, but they do hate each other.
I know, but yeah,
fierce.
but I don't think that's a derby where like, oh, you can't go to Crystal Palace, Solly March. How dare you? You'll never be welcome in Brighton again. I don't think they'll care.
Well, you do wonder. I mean, it's reported that Steve Parish is asking Solly March if he'd be interested in joining Crystal Palace, and they're actively pursuing him after this chat on breakfast the other day. Delighted to say we can ask him a couple of Brighton and Palace fans now whether it is a derby. We've got Brighton podcaster Ryan Adsett and Palace podcaster Henry Swain with us this morning. Hello lads, how's it going?
Morning chaps.
Good morning, how are we?
Do you get annoyed by Gabby saying that it's not a derby? Because we know that you guys hate each other. I mean, Ryan, what do you think about this?
I'm not being rage baited at 6 a.m. It's
You're a smart man.
As much as I am, I'm. The thing is, I think because it's like it goes back so long, it sounds mental to like every Premier League fan. Because realistically, all of the biggest memories of Brighton and Palace, for me anyway, and I'm sure Henry will probably agree, are mostly in the Championship days because we had probably our best fixtures then. But still, since we've been in the Premier League, it has been fierce. As much as people want to say, it probably isn't. But I think we saw it with Glenn Murray when he come back, and then that was a bit strange. Solly March going though after 15 years. I mean, I've always just related Solly to being one of us, but then to be fair, if you look deep enough and you dig deep enough, he was at Crystal Palace in his academy days.
There you go. Henry, would you take him? Would you like to see Solly March go into Palace, considering he's been at Brighton for 15 years?
This is firstly morning, guys. But yeah, this is just mad. I don't really understand this. I think there's two ways to look at it. One side, it's quite funny, as Ryan said. 15 odd years at Brighton. It would be quite. I feel like it's the equivalent of Wilfried Zaha going to Brighton on a free transfer this summer. Like, it just unfathomable. However, you look at it in terms of the player's experience. But then, it feels like, considering we're going into our first season in the Europa League, we're not really making signings that kind of justify that. I think he's played 1,500 minutes across the last 3 years. His best season was 22-23, 8 goals, 8 assists. But that's 4 years ago now. Like, is this a player that can actually provide anything other than an experienced head? Obviously he's played in the Europa League with Brighton before, but is that really what we need to be targeting going into this campaign? I'm not so sure.
Interesting.
Gabby, why are you being like that?
What?
You are. You're being shady, I can tell.
At all.
He's being
I'm
shady.
listening, guys, and letting him speak.
Listen, I mean,
shut it up for once.
He does bring experience wherever it is he goes. And one thing I wonder, Ryan, do you not think, considering the club in the end weren't loyal to him and there's no loyalty in football, he should be entitled to move on, even if it is Palace?
Yeah, I think that's the thing in football, isn't it, nowadays? Like, when you give so much to him, and I think this is the kind of shame that we've had. We didn't really get to say goodbye to a lot of the players that have departed this summer. We've had a lot of sort of players that have been here for a long period of time. Veltman, Solly, we've had Adam Webster as well. We've kind of let them go in a pretty disappointing way. Right. I'm not saying I'd obviously, you never want your best players and stuff to go to Crystal Palace, your rivals. It's not the sort of thing you can ever really approve of as a fan. But at the same time, from a player's perspective, I guess you're looking at it, Premier League football, they're going to play in Europa League. It sounds horrible to say it for me, but it does make sense from his point of view to just stay in the Premier League if he's got no other offers on the table. But you struggle to accept it as a fan, But from someone that works in football, you can see it,
What would happen if he did join Palace and he come and play Brighton? Would the Brighton fans boo? Would the ultras stick their tongue out at him? What will happen?
I like this. I think he'd probably get a hard time, to be fair. He would get a hard time. I can't see anyone not booing a player that's been here for as long as he has. We boo everyone that goes to Chelsea, so I don't imagine that he's going to get, off the hook. It would be just really weird, though, because he scored the goal that got us into the Premier League. Yeah. He scored the goal that got us to the FA Cup semi-final. We went to Wembley for the first time in my lifetime. So, we've been through... He's your player, mate. But yeah, it's a weird one.
I mean, Henry, do you take him at the end of the day? Is that?
Oh, for me, it just keeps coming back to this thing where it's like, one hand, it's really funny, and yet I think Ryan makes a really good point. If you take the equation out, the fact that it's Palace, the club that are linked with him, it does make sense. Kind of bigger club, trophies recently, trophies recently, Conference League last year, and can offer kind of a higher level of European football than what Brighton are currently in. It does make sense, but like I said, it does just feel like we're just not really spending money this summer, which is a bit of a worry. Is it because, we completely wasted money in January? Yeah, it's probably playing a part. But I think we're also being hamstrung by these new SCR rules, because 70% limit for a club like Palace that doesn't make much money in terms of revenue, etc., is definitely damaging.
Well, it's interesting to see how this one will go. Brighton podcaster Ryan Adsett, Palace podcaster Henry Swain, thank you very much for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Cheers, guys.
Take it easy on Solly next season, guys. Whatever happens. Very nice, guys. Good to have them with us this morning. Still to come for you in breakfast.
Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Spend £100 or more with a Travis Perkins trade account and you could win a brand new Ford Ranger. T's and C's apply.
Newcastle fans, what's happened to you lot this summer? Another tough old summer for the Newcastle fans. Not only have you lost 2 of your best players and your manager, but it looks like you've now lost your captain too. Is there anything to get excited about for the season ahead? If so, come and enlighten us. Could Matthias Giesler surprise us all? I watched his interview on Sky yesterday. I like him.
I think he'll do well.
Cool dude.
Yeah, you got to look deep into his history as a manager, not just managing Saudi Arabia.
Well, we will be doing that. We'll be diving into just what it's like working with Giesler.
Yep.
Former CEO for Giesler, Al Ali, Yazan Al Sharif, will be with us. That was our breakfast preview with our good friends at Travis Perkins. Good morning.
Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Spend £100 or more at any Travis Perkins Hire or Benchmarks branch as a trade account holder, and you could win a brand new Ford Ranger. T's and C's apply.
£75 million for a player whose biggest attribute is to fall over on the edge of the box and win himself a free kick.
Gosh,
is good money. And if he wants to go and sit on Arsenal's bench, where he'll not be adored like he was at Newcastle, then he's basically going for the money.
The tuna's turned. The tuna's turned.
All right. So tell me you're not bitter.
Oh, I'm not bitter.
Stop that! He can't be talking like. What is he doing? Just on the floor? He's
falling at the edge of the box. Falling at the edge of the box.
Falling at the edge of the box. Nah, you're bitter, man. Come on, you got to be. You can't be saying them type of lyrics there on live national radio. He was good for you lot. You know that.
He was good. I tell you what.
Yeah, and if he's got down the motorway, if he's going down the motorway, and he says, you know what, I've got to change your heart. I'm going back. Are you gonna have him back, or are you gonna batter him just for thinking about leaving?
Me personally, I would have him back. I don't want him to go, but I think it's good. I think it's good money for a player who's limited.
Oh God!
It is good money.
Why do you have to have the dig though? Don't stop having the dig.
And the key thing is now, mate, reinvesting it into the play staff, isn't it? I mean, the money that you've pulled in with Tonali and Wood, and obviously now this week Guimaraes, you've got to reinvest it into the lads, haven't you?
Yeah.
And when we finish above Arsenal, Spurs, and Liverpool at the end of the season, and look down on all of them players who've left, right? talkSPORT will need to find something else to talk about, won't they?
there, good morning. 10 to 7, Thursday the 6th of August. You're listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. It's Shebahn and for Alan Brazil. He's back with you tomorrow. Gabby Agbonlahor is here. Go on then, where are you ranking the Brighton Palace rivalry?
I'm going to say it's the...
Up there with Villa Birmingham?
You know what? It's not far off. I mean, the way they boo at each other, it's really, really intense and scary. You know, children in the crowd are crying because it's
got that panto vibe.
Yeah, it's like Celtic Rangers. It's really intense, and let's hope that like everyone behaves themselves and there's not too much trouble in the games this season.
There's the shade. There's the shade I was referring to.
I just hope that everyone behaves themselves. You know.
All right, take it easy, Trips. You
Please,
should.
guys.
And look out for Gabby.
And go for drinks again after the game. It's such a rivalry. They go for drinks together.
Some of your headlines this Thursday morning. Mikel Arteta hopes their pre-season defeat will give them even more fire in their belly following that 3-1 loss to Real Betis in Dublin.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't. It's
PSG lost 3-0 to Real Mallorca.
Yeah.
That's not. It doesn't matter.
That's what it is. Celtic have confirmed their manager Martin O'Neill underwent a small procedure in hospital just 2 days on from their season opening victory against Dundee. This came as a bit of a shock.
Yeah.
We saw this news yesterday. Believed to just be a small procedure, so fingers crossed Martin's okay. Send him all the best. And also Mo Salah was unveiled in front of 25,000 people. Trabzonspor fans following his move to the Turkish club, signing a 2-year deal. 25,000 people out, going absolutely mad for Mo Salah. Spurs and England legend Glenn Hoddle joined breakfast yesterday and was surprised to see the Egyptian superstar make the move.
I was so surprised when I saw it come up on the TV. I was like, that is a shock. You know, he's no, I don't mean this disparagingly to Turkish football, but he's better than that.
Mm-hmm.
He's better than that. He should be playing in a top league. You know, maybe Spain even would be somewhere. You know, we know his age, but he's still got the quality.
The money as well, though, Glenn. Maybe they're talking about 17 million a year. You know, he's going to be the highest paid player in Turkish football. Maybe he wouldn't get that money somewhere else in Europe. Maybe.
Possibly, I don't know. I think in some ways there are people out there that I think would actually would pay that for him, and I automatically thought it was lined up for him to go to Saudi.
Yeah, big bucks.
Big money that is. He's not. He would have waited. He's had the whole summer, Shebahn, to choose which club he's going to go to. That's probably the highest offer he's got. Even Saudi. I know Mo Salah will be perfect. That's the Saudi league, but maybe they're looking at younger players now because Somerville's gone there in his prime. Didn't have the best World Cup Salah last season. Obviously wasn't at his best. I don't think clubs in Europe for a 34-year-old Salah are going to pay 17 million a year.
I wonder how it'll go for him out there if he'll go on, help them win the league.
I think it's difficult though. What I do know is Trabzonspor got the most passionate fan base in Turkey.
Like Dean Saunders says, I mean, it's an amazing place to go. Unbelievable family they are with football.
Shebahn, I went there and for the final, obviously, and Hull City chairman Ashun looked after me. Like, wow.
Yeah.
It's an amazing place, Istanbul.
Let's talk about golf now. Has the future of golf's breakaway league been saved? Live Golf has secured an unnamed investor to keep the breakaway tour running following the PIF's multi-billion-dollar withdrawal at the end of last season. So for more on this, we can bring in our golf correspondent, Sean O'Brien. Sean, long time no speak. How you doing?
Morning, Sean.
I'm good, guys. How are you?
Oh, well, mate.
Very well, thanks. What do you know about this mystery investor stepping in to save Liv or keep them afloat?
Yeah, so Liv's been fighting for its future ever since the Saudi Public Investment Fund decided to stop kind of endlessly funding it. So the strategy had been to just set money on fire. They spent $5 billion in 5 seasons, and that never translated into any kind of real, tangible commercial success. So suddenly this world of $20 million purses and paying players hundreds of millions in bonuses has to stop. But there is potentially a future for Live Golf. It will just look very different. And they announced a small step in the right direction on Wednesday. So the CEO, Scott O'Neill, confirmed that they have a lead investor. Didn't say who it was or how much, but Bloomberg and the Financial Times are now reporting that it's BC Partners, but their investment offer is only on the condition that star players stay on board. Liv did also say it's now 10 events, so 5 in the US and 5 across the globe, and that players are going to become majority owners in the league. Now, the big question here is John Rahm, because it's believed he could still be owed as much as $150 million, because that humongous contract he got when he joined was not all paid up front, and it's massively backloaded. And the reports today are suggesting that the PIF are considering paying those contracts off, but at a discount, and they'd need players to sign liability releases, essentially meaning they won't sue. And there's just no guarantee that John Rahm agrees to that. Looks like he still very much has the power to make Live Golf go bankrupt. And when you're talking about players being given equity instead of cash, that's usually the sort of restructuring that happens in a bankruptcy case. So it's still very uncertain times for Live. I mean, we don't know whether the last two events of 2026 will happen. There's lots of conflicting information about that. And we've been made aware of contractors and service providers who have already had their contracts for the season cancelled. There's lawsuits over unpaid bills as well. So we can probably say Live Golf's going to survive and have a 2027 season.
Point, though, Sean? Is there any point in saving Live Golf? Because no one watches it.
I think that's a very good point, Gabs. I think Live Golf's whole kind of point in the first place was for the Saudis to kind of buy disruption and influence and get a seat at the table for professional golf. And there was a point where it looked like they were going to join forces with the PGA Tour and become part of the kind of golfing establishment. But instead, what the Saudis bought was the world's most expensive jar of irrelevance, really. I mean, as you say, no one ever really took it seriously, from kind of sponsors to broadcasters to the official World Golf Ranking Board and golf fans. I think everyone kind of saw through the gimmicks, the 54 holes, the shotgun starts, and the fact that they were allowed to wear shorts. And I think in the end, the only thing Live Golf did was make rich men absurdly richer. And I think when you get kind of sporting events like that, no one really cares about the money. I think no one watches the Champions League final and goes, I wonder how much the winners are going to get. I mean, it's all about the heritage and the prestige of winning the Champions League. And I think that's what the PGA Tour has in abundance, and that's why golf fans love the majors.
One thing
and
they
Live Golf never really did that.
One thing they did get right, though, Sean, was letting the players wear shorts. I mean, I still can't understand why the PGA aren't letting them wear shorts. When Rory McIlroy was warming up at the Open a couple of weeks ago, that was the first time I'd seen him in shorts. I was like, oh my God, that's the first time I've seen McIlroy's legs.
It is absolutely
let
bizarre.
Let them wear shorts. Like the women are allowed to wear skirts and shorts, and the men have still to wear trousers, and it's about 100 degrees.
Yeah, it is absolutely bizarre. You're bang on there. I mean, these are athletes trying to perform at their best. Why on earth do they have to wear trousers? I think another thing that Live Golf did do right, to their credit, is their events in Australia and South Africa are actually pretty rowdy and well attended, and that is a very kind of underserved element of global golf. I mean, there's so many amazing golf courses in those parts of the world that are underserved by the PGA Tour. And maybe a lesson that's been learned from the whole Live Golf saga is that we do need regular kind of high level events in Australia and South Africa, because there's some amazing players, amazing golf courses, amazing fans, and even maybe considering like a fifth major or something like that goes over to Australia, maybe the Australian Open or the Australian PGA. I think that would be good.
Yeah, okay. Sean, listen, good to talk to you this morning. Thanks for
Thank you, Sean.
Thanks, guys.
Lovely to have your golf correspondent, Sean O'Brien, here. Lucky you don't play golf. You wouldn't be wearing your shorts anyway.
No, imagine. What a waste of, like, great legs.
I know. Covering them up.
I know. Maybe there's a reason that they have to go. I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of chicken legs flying around.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
That's what it is.
Coming up, Newcastle has their manager in Yisler. Gabby is going to outline the 3 things that he needs to do next season to be a success. Newcastle fans, we want to hear from you. Stick with us. It's talkSPORT Breakfast.
Good news about Areola is he went through this with Bournemouth. He lost the whole back 4.
Yeah.
And he had some late signings at Bournemouth. And look how they turned out. And look what he did. And I'm pretty sure with the Liverpool ownership, I can be critical of any ownership, including my own, that over the years, they've spent money and they've won a couple of league titles. Last year, they spent nearly £500 million. You could argue that maybe they overspent in some areas and should have spent in others.
But that's hindsight. Nobody was criticising the window at the
100% everyone thought we'd walk the league. Yeah. And this is football 12 months later where everyone thinks now we're the worst top 6 team in the Premier League. So I dare say Liverpool will look very different by the time the window closes.
Let's hear from Dominic Szoboszlai, shall we? He was speaking ahead of that recent friendly against Leeds, and he discussed the Liverpool squad depth.
I think I can talk from everybody's side that we want to be successful this season. It's a long term because obviously we have a new manager. The team has been changed, and it's maybe not in a couple of months, but in the long term, I think it will work out.
In the long term, it will work, says Dominic.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not a mug. He's just signed a new long-term deal. He sees what's going on. And by the way, they've got a lot of young talent in that squad. I know everyone's trying to say they need 10 new pieces or whatever else, but they still have a lot of good young players.
Feels like it could be a big year for Engamota, bearing in mind they're trying to sign wide players, but they haven't yet managed to get anyone.
He will be a sensation this year. I'll make a prediction that he'll win Young Player of the Year in the Premier League, without a doubt. And they're probably more confident because of him and because he can play left and right side.
Would you give up the chance to play for your country to become a global star of your sport and earn big money doing it? Well, that's the choice facing rugby players right now because of the proposed new R360 League. Led by 2003 World Cup winner Mike Tindall, it's already being backed by major investors. Its goal? Turn rugby union into franchises, not clubs, add some serious cash and a bit of razzmatazz. Or in their words, make the game more watchable, accessible and entertaining, especially for younger audiences. But there's been a huge pushback, a massive no way from the current game. So what exactly is R360 and why is it controversial? Rugby union is facing challenges on a domestic level right now. There's huge financial instability across even top-tier clubs. The English game has seen leading clubs like Wasps, London Irish and Worcester go out of business in the top flight. The Welsh provincial game is in total disarray too. R360 says they would remove what are easily some clubs' biggest expenses, i.e. the big stars, and therefore make more of them profitable. So the plan is to inject a new lease of life into the sport. But how exactly? Top stars of the men and women's game playing for a franchise-based league with fixtures in cities like London, Miami, Tokyo and Lisbon. Each city would host a tournament featuring all the franchises during a short 3-month season. And though no players have officially confirmed, reports suggest around 200 have signed pre-contracts, some worth up to 750 grand. And if that's the pre-contract, you can imagine where the full wages will get to. Problem is, the rest of rugby says no. In fact, no way. The national unions from England, Scotland, Ireland, France, Italy, South Africa, New Zealand and Australia have declared any player joining R360 will be banned from test selection. World Rugby's also not approved the league. Many fear it echoes football's failed European Super League, a top-down, money-driven idea that could damage the sport's traditions. So is it dead already? Well, rugby union is at a crossroads. Some may be against it, but we know others are being swayed by the cash. So will everything work itself out? Or after the European Super League and Live Golf, have we got sport's next big scandal on our hands?
Good morning. You're listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. It's Shebahn Aherne for Alan Brazil. Gabby Agbonlahor is here with Arnold Clark's Deal Drop. You can get the new car feeling without the new car price. You can discover some of their biggest savings and find your next car today. We've got a massive show lined up for you this morning. The former CEO to Newcastle boss Yazan Al-Sharif will be joining us live to tell Magpies fans what they can expect from the incoming manager Matthias Jaisler. The Athletic Spanish football writer Dermot Corrigan joins us to give the latest on the Vinny Jr. saga, with the Brazilian superstar set to reject Arsenal for Los Blancos. And Jamie O'Hara, everyone stop what you're doing. Pray for Jamie. You cut the music. Have some respect, Ed. Hashtag pray for Jamie O'Hara.
Now what's happened?
He's got food poisoning.
Pardon? Oh, from what? What has he had?
From cheese on toast.
Pardon?
Yeah, it's on social media now. Jamie O'Hara is...
I hope he's okay.
He's actually in the hospital. I don't know if we should be laughing.
I hope he's okay, Shebahn.
If we get any sympathy,
Can we get some talkSPORT staff over to the hospital in Portugal and make sure he's okay?
Should get his bedside candlelit vigil for Jamie O'Hara.
You know the problem is though? Instead of having one cheese and toast, he had 6.
6 loaves of bread. He's just a bit sick at the end of it. Jamie O'Hara has food poisoning from cheese and toast.
Incredible.
I actually don't think that's possible, to be honest.
Only Jamie, dearie me.
That's an embarrassing
That's a
injury.
shambles. Won't even tell anyone.
Shambles.
He's put it on his Instagram. Won't even tell anyone.
He's got the old IV drip in his arm.
Imagine. The doctor's like, yeah, you're not doing great.
Yeah, thanks for your support. Just shut up.
You've got to get it out. Deary me.
Jamie.
That's so Spursy, Jamie.
03717 223344. What's your most embarrassing injury? I think that's got to be up there. See, if I were Jamie, I wouldn't have posted this because people are going to come
Do you know
for
what
him.
I mean?
They're going to come for you, Jamie.
His next sports bar, just loads of cheese everywhere.
Send us your most embarrassing injury. 03717 223344. You can send us a voice note with them or give us a call this morning and send love and spare a thought for Jamie O'Hara.
poor
Food
Jamie.
poisoning
The
from
chunk.
cheese on toast. Now let's turn our attention back to Newcastle, who've had a summer to forget.
What am I gonna do to make you love me?
And he squared it to Anthony Gordon, and it's 2-0 Newcastle.
We believe at talkSPORT it's got substance. The Barcelona have opened talks with Newcastle over a potential move. Another tricky summer potentially for Newcastle to navigate.
Out to Tonali, through a crowded in.
There's so much speculation about his future at the moment. The feeling that it might be his time to move on.
Comes back out to Guimaraes, and Bruno Guimaraes gets above the marker and heads the ball in.
This has been the worst kept secret in football for several weeks as far as I'm concerned, that Bruno Guimaraes would quit Newcastle for Arsenal.
Do I want Bruno to go? No, absolutely not. Is he the best player? Yes.
I think this is just the perfect signing.
They've been the outstanding performers for Newcastle over the last couple of years in particular. Those three to take out your team are practically irreplaceable.
It's sad, so sad. It's a sad situation.
What tune?
Big tune.
Big tune. Elton John.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I love that.
No, my Elton.
Newcastle fans won't be loving it in this context. Fans are bound to have mixed feelings following the club captain Bruno Guimaraes' move to North London, but they do have a fresh face in the dugout, and that's Matthias Jaisler. In his first words as manager, the German insisted he cannot wait to get going.
Overall, there's only excitement. Joining this marvelous club with that fan base, it's something special and a real privilege. Well, the Premier League by itself is something special, right? And then joining this club, it's even more special. Again, with that fan base, with that passion the supporters show for that club, it's really, really interesting to be part of that. And again, it comes with a big privilege, but also a big responsibility. And I'm aware of it, and I will do my best.
Just got my Newcastle season ticket after. A couple of things from watching that interview yesterday. I like his energy. He's got a calm presence. He's got a kindness, it seems, about him as well. What do you think? How's he going to go on, Gab?
I think it's obviously it's going to be difficult, you know, and then Newcastle finished in 12th position last season. They lost Gordon, Tonali, Guimaraes. But what he needs to do, first thing he's got to do, Shebahn, he's got to play the football the Newcastle way. He's got to lift the crowd with attacking football. What a perfect opportunity. First game of the season, home to Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool, you're looking at Liverpool at the moment, and you're saying they need bodies in. It's a great time to play them. Isak coming back as well. Well, nice to get one over on him as well and win that game. That will get the fans on side. But there's 3 players I look at for starters that he's got to get a lot more out of. I look at Voltemade, Wissa and Elanga. 180 million between all 3 of them. You can't forget how much money they paid on them 3 players. Voltemade last season, 33 Premier League appearances, only 8 goals and 3 assists. Wissa had injury problems, 19 Premier League appearances, only 1 goal, 1 assist. And Elanga, 32 Premier League appearances, 0 goals, 1 assist. So when you're spending 180 million as a football club, with these rules as well that don't favour Newcastle, those 3 players have to be a big part of Newcastle going forward. I looked at a possible lineup for Newcastle as well going into the new season, and you got Nick Pope in goal. They brought in 2 keepers, but maybe Pope's still the number 1. Livramento if he's fit. Botman, Byrne, Hall. Then new defensive midfielder signing Bamba with Jacob Ramsey, Lewis Miley in midfield. Then you've still got Barnes, Elanga and Wissa. Joelinton, there's talk of maybe Saudi Arabia, but if not, he'll be in that midfield somewhere. You've got Voltemade on the bench. You've got new signing Toure, Osula as well, who done fantastic last season when he was in the team. Jacob Murphy, Willock. So it's not all doom and gloom. They've still got some very good players. It's a new start now for Newcastle. The fans have got to try and be positive at the start of the season. And I would try and get the best he can out of them 3 players that I said, but also Lewis Miley. You know, local lad, 20 years old. Can it be a breakthrough season for him where he really gets into that Newcastle side and then rips it up in that midfield? And also Jacob Ramsey, big fan of him, ex-Villa midfielder.
Completely agree. I mean, there's a lot of talent there to work with.
Exactly.
They'll be looking to get the best out of this team instantly with Jaisla, but he's going to need time. Let's get more now from talksport.com writer and Newcastle fan Jack Cunningham. Jack,
Morning,
good
Jack.
morning to you. I mean, what did you think from this welcome interview from Jaisla? What do you make of what's to come this season?
Yeah, morning Shebahn, morning Gabby. I'm all in. I'm absolutely all in. I think that Howe's time was done at Newcastle. He looked broken, shattered in every single way. It needed something new. I feel a lot more energised, a lot more excited than I did when it was going to be Howe going into the season. Jaisla is extremely highly rated. You've got to look at what he's done with a young Salzburg team and then go to Al Ahly with an entirely different team, full of egos, full of people on big wages. He wins back-to-back Asian Champions Leagues. The football is more about being down the centre of the pitch, which is something Newcastle have wanted for quite a long time. Eddie Howe sort of played wide triangles and kind of like evacuated the middle of the pitch, and eventually teams worked it out and it became very, very easy to play against. I think we're going to be tactically flexible. I think we're going to be intense, and I think St James's Park is going to become a really hard place to go again.
Jack, it's really important though, isn't it, that, like I said then, those 3 players that come in last summer, you know, £180 million worth of talent, he has to get more out of them.
Yeah, Gabby, I'm pleased you brought up those 3 players. I'm a big Nick Voltemade fan. I think he's a brilliant technical footballer. Got to be honest, I don't think Eddie Howe really made any attempt to integrate him into the team. You know, he played him up front as a 9 for a bit in the season, but he didn't play players around him, didn't get anyone in running in behind into the space he creates. And at the end of the season, he finally played him as a 10, and that was when we saw his best performances. I can see Jaisla playing him as a 10. Jaisla either plays sort of a 4-3-1-2 or a 4-2-3-1. I think Elanga, we might see switch over to the other side and play as an inside forward instead. And I mean, Johan Wissa, I've got to be honest, I know he was injured for a lot of the start of the season. When he came back, I saw so little effort to wear that number 9 shirt for Newcastle United. This is like an iconic shirt for our club. We've had legends wear it, we've had Andy Cole wear it, we've had Alan Shearer wear it. You go all the way back to Jackie Milburn as well. And some of his performances for that shirt were pretty disrespectful, to be honest. So I'm actually really hoping that he can turn it around. I'm just not convinced he feels like the lost cause, to be honest.
I think as well, when you look at Lewis Miley, you know, this can be a season where he really says, you know what, I'm going to play every game. Jacob Ramsey, I love him, ex-Villa player. He can kick on this season. And also a big fan of Willock as well.
Yeah, Gabby, Jacob Ramsey, I know, I'm sure you were absolutely gutted to lose Jacob Ramsey because, you know, Villa boy, and you had to lose him because of PSR rules. But, you know, we all know about that, don't we, as Newcastle and Villa fans.
Yeah.
But what I'll say about Ramsey is, I didn't think he got much of a chance either last season. He only got put in when there was injuries to Joe Linton or Bruno. But in the second half of the season, when Newcastle were dreadful, he was easily one of our best players. Getting on the half turn, playing the ball forward. I think this is going to suit him, a more technical manager who's going to get him involved in the game. And then Miley is, Geordie through and through, from the academy, has really bulked up in the last few years. So when he first broke through, he was just technically gifted, but he's really bulked up in the last few years, can physically get around the pitch now. I think Miley is going to be a massive player for Newcastle this season and in the seasons going forward. He's a very exciting player. He can kind of do it all, and I'm really looking forward to it.
Jack, thank you very much for your time this morning. Newcastle writer from talkSPORT.com, Jack Cunningham. By the way, only 3 players left in that squad from the team that beat PSG 4-1.
Incredible.
2023. Yeah.
As well, though, Shebahn, it's a mindset from fans as well, because there could easily be doom and gloom and get on the players' back. They've got to think, you know what, it's a fresh start, new manager, the rules are against you as a football club, but you know what, you can still turn St James's Park into a fortress again. You've still got some very good players, and we've just got to be a bit cleverer.
And Eisler said yesterday, all we can do is control our controllables.
Exactly.
We do what you
they can't afford to lose anyone else, though. Lewis Hall and Livramento can't go.
Lewis Hall is still linked to Manchester United as well.
Can't lose anyone else.
Newcastle fans here is optimistic, as writer there Jack Cunningham, 03717 223344. More on this on our talkSPORT YouTube channel for our Newcastle dedicated show Inside the Toon, which has been lively, as you can imagine, this summer. Coming up next, we're asking the question, is Jude Bellingham the king of Birmingham? Because it ain't Gabby.
No Vin, no fee. That's on the back page of The Sun, with also Arsenal target Vinny Jr. back in training with Madrid. You feel as though, if the Madrid deal happens, he will end up staying. But around Bruno, they've had a deal rejected for £75 million. So do you think, Gabby, actually, depending on how these plan out, Arsenal might have a quiet window?
Yeah, but they don't need a busy window. Just won the Premier League, and they're going to strengthen. They've lost Trossard, they brought in Zolis, who's a very good winger. If they bring in Bruno Guimaraes, I think that's enough to go again and win the Premier League anyway, even without him, but it's going to make them stronger. And I think he's a fantastic player. I don't think he should be the same fee as Tonali because of the age difference. 3 years older than Tonali. So you look at him, no sell-on value for Arsenal if they sign him. So I think 75, 80 is about right.
30 million less, okay.
Just because of the age I'm looking at.
Okay. Yeah. But they're not going to have... But how important is it that Arsenal do get in a midfield, especially at the start of the season, because they won't have Declan Rice?
Yeah, and they've sold Norgard to Everton, so you're looking at that midfield and you're saying it's a bit light now. I think it's a fantastic player. We're just talking, me and Jeff off air. That probably says Zubamendi, maybe you're a squad player next season.
Mm.
Yeah, and I think the thing is with Bruno Guimaraes that he's reportedly said that he wants to join Arsenal. So the deal will happen. So from a Newcastle perspective, get it done. Yeah. Don't let this become Alexander Isak Mark II.
Good morning, you're listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. Shebahn Aherne for Alan Brazil. The big man is back with you tomorrow. The wee man's sticking, by the way.
He doesn't like it though, does he? Did you see his face when he said it? We are. He didn't like it.
He's lost about 7 stone though.
I know, but he still wants to be like, you know,
the big man.
I'm a man, I'm a big Al.
Be Brazil.
Yeah, he doesn't like it.
Well, he's back tomorrow. Probably lost another stone by then. Gabby Agbonlahor is here. Now the start of the championship season is not far away, kicking off at Molineux. On Friday, the 14th of August, Wolves take on Blackburn live for you here on talkSPORT. Buzzing for live football to return back.
Oh, yeah. It's good to see Wolves where, you know, they're more comfortable as well.
See, even this unreal weather. I actually can't wait for a cold night on the couch watching a
Really? No, stop it. Don't be that person.
Oh, you might
I hate when people do that. Like,
outside.
I can't wait for the I love the summer, but, you know, I just can't wait for the winter nights.
I can't wait for a wee Premier League night.
You didn't. You said a cold night. Oh, let's enjoy the summer. Because you pay loads of money to go to Mallorca and go to
I am enjoying the summer.
But then you want the cold.
Shut up.
And you moan about the cold in here. You got a blanket on.
No, wanna. It's like sitting in a freezer.
I know, it is cold. I'm cold.
No, you're not. Otherwise, he gets the sweats. He gets a wee sweat
Oh,
on.
Someone's turned it up.
A wee bead on.
turned it up?
I didn't touch it. I've not
You
touched
turned
it.
that
I
up?
went and got my blanket, Gabby.
Okay. Don't turn it up.
Sorry, we've had our first domestic of the morning. Burnley defender Kyle Walker will be back playing in the Championship for the first time since 2011 when he was part of a QPR squad that got promoted to the Prem. He joined Drive yesterday and spoke on being ready to play Championship football again.
Yeah, it's a completely different league. I think I've just said it there in a few of the interviews that any team can beat any team. But you need to make sure that you hit the ground running. I feel getting the points on the board as quickly as possible and trying to create a gap from that chaos that will be around the playoffs now, with it being 8 teams that can go into there. It's going to be carnage this year, but hopefully our quality will shine through. We've been fortunate to keep hold of, you know, most of the players. I think some players obviously gone where they had a really good season and need to obviously stay in the Premier League. But apart from that, we've kept hold of a lot of players and we need to make sure that this club gets back to the Premier League.
Gab, I like that he's not made the big money move to Saudi. Stayed in the Championship.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, but was it definitely available as well, though?
You would think.
I don't know. They're not looking. They're not looking at that age anymore, Shebahn. I think with the Salah thing, they're looking now at look at Somerville. You know, Villa wanted him. Newcastle wanted him. All these Premier League clubs wanted him. They're the players that Saudi looking at now, younger.
Okay. Time now for our next coffee break with Costa Express.
The Costa Coffee Break on talkSPORT, sponsored by Costa Express. Get a regular Costa Express iced coffee as part of your Tesco meal deal at participating Tesco stores. Terms and conditions apply.
Katie Shanahan is here, our very own Peaky Blinder.
Yeah, so what are we talking about? Birmingham, of course, Gabby.
So we should. It's a fantastic city.
And we're going to take a look at the front pages. Yellingham is the headline in the Sun because Jude Bellingham has taken his girlfriend for a day out at Alton Towers, Gabby.
Oh, lovely.
Have you guys ever been?
I've been to Alton Towers. I didn't go in anything because I don't like roller coasters. They're very scary.
You're a wimp.
I can't say that.
Yeah, you can. I just
Can you
did.
say
I'll
that
say it
nowadays?
again. You're a wimp.
Can you say that nowadays? Oh, you're
you
allowed.
can.
Oh, the rules when it suits. Yeah,
When it suits.
I am a wimp. Yeah, I agree.
So what do you find so scary about rides?
What's the point in being scared? I don't get
What's
it.
the point? But don't you like the adrenaline rush?
No, and I'm seeing more and more often, especially in America and stuff, where there's been rides where they've been trapped on for ages. No, not for me. No.
So you go to a theme park. Do the kids go on the rides and you stand with all the bags?
Yeah, I hold all the bags, all the jackets.
What day out?
Yeah. Grab the food for the kids and hold it for them. Yeah.
Well, so Jude Bellingham, this story here, 3 lines here. Jude Bellingham's thrilling summer has hit new heights. With a day out at Alton Towers, they went on things like Oblivion. Shebahn, have you been on Oblivion?
I think I have been on Oblivion.
Yes, it's when it hangs over.
No.
And then you go straight into the black hole.
Your stomach's in your pants.
Change the subject. I might
And also,
faint on air.
Talking about holding, they do that on purpose. So you're at the very top of the ride, you're facing the black hole, and then they just wait.
You know what would be funny though? If you could get me on one of those rides and video it.
Yeah.
Honestly, the facials I'll be screaming.
It's like creative.
I would be
Let's book that in.
Yeah,
Let's
let's all
For the
get.
right money, I'll do it.
Let's get a key ring.
Everyone chip in. But when I saw those clips and I saw a video of Bellingham at Alton Towers, I actually felt sorry for him.
It looks hideous.
Because, like, he has security and, like, obviously he's a world superstar, isn't he? But Alton Towers, you can't really go there and enjoy himself comfortably. He's got, like, everyone wanting a picture.
Do you not think that's the plan, though? Do you not think it's a bit of a PR tour, like
I just feel like that level of fame I do not envy, because you can't go anywhere without the cameras on you. You know what I mean? He's Birmingham lad, and you can't even go to Alton Towers in peace.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Well, on Friday, he returned to the UK. He watched his boyhood club Birmingham City host Barcelona. He also went to the 100 to watch Birmingham Phoenix. So, Gabby, are you ready to accept that Bellingham is the king of Birmingham?
100%, yeah.
Oh, 100%? Oh, wow.
No problem with that. I'm not naive. I love him. Listen, he's on the opposite side, Birmingham supporter, obviously ex-player. But he is definitely Mr. Birmingham.
Where else can he go in Birmingham? Like, what else could he do while he's there?
Well, you know, we've got the Bullring. We've got Mailbox. We've got
Scottsdale Golf. He could go there, get a club.
Edgbaston Cricket Club.
Edgbaston.
Yeah, we've got so much. So it's a fantastic place.
Any place for a bite to eat, or?
Yeah, we've got loads of restaurants.
Loads, I would hope.
The Ivy.
Okay. Oh.
We've got San Carlo, Tattoo, Pasture, new one. Very, very nice. Good steaks, good meats. No, but he is by far the king of Birmingham, without a shadow of a doubt. And I think even Villa fans will love him as well, because his attitude, the player he is, and what he's done for the national team in the World Cup, you know, stuck up to the dirty Argentines.
Talking of kings and queens, another story for you on the front pages. Rio Ferdinand and his wife Kate are taking part in I'm a Celeb Canada. So we're asking earlier on my show, and actually got loads of texts coming in about which couples you would like to see in the jungle. Ooh. People text in saying Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy on I'm a Celeb would be good. Jim White, Simon John, Gabby and Alan. Me and Shebahn. Someone text in. Would Shebahn you go on?
Shebahn?
Yeah. We would
Honestly,
win, Shebahn.
Honestly, I put my fingers in my ears. I'm joking.
You just called me the real one earlier, and now right, that's it.
Sorry, Ollie messaged
Domestic with both the girls this morning.
Ollie told me to say that.
Would would Shebahn you go on with Jamie, Gabby, your partner? Would you guys go on?
Okay, I wouldn't go on I'm a Celebrity because let's start.
What now?
Okay,
there
Australia.
are no rides.
Okay, on Australia one, the plane I'd get on, even though it'd be a bit of a long flight, it's annoying, 24 hours, whatever it is. I wouldn't get on the helicopter that they get on.
Because then they chuck you out. Don't
I
they?
wouldn't jump out there. I wouldn't get on the helicopter. Never mind, jump off it.
Like
Wouldn't do the snakes at all. I'd say, I'm supposed to get me out of here. Sorry, guys, no one's eating. Is what it is. Not my problem. Everyone could do without eating for a couple of days anyway. The spiders wouldn't bother me. The eating trolls, I wouldn't care about that. But any troll with heights, you know when they start it and they go on that sort of plank.
Yeah.
No chance. I've got the worst balance ever.
Well, then
I'll be off. I'll be off straight away. No.
You don't think your competitive spirit would carry you through?
No, it wouldn't. So I'll never.
Even if you were there with Alan.
No, I would not go and do it. I've been offered to go on something recently, and I said no, not for me.
Oh.
Do you think it's just like, what was it you were asked to go on?
I can't say, but
why not?
I just can't. Legal reasons.
Oh,
but it's not legal reasons. Right, you tell us in a minute.
You are.
Family fortune, so joking.
Talking about good couples. Person texted in saying the Rooneys and the Vardys would be good, and I'm a Celeb. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? That would be very good.
That'll break every record,
That
wouldn't
would
it?
be carnage.
Who would get the most trials from the fans?
Do you think it wouldn't be nice to see now I'm a Celebrity version, just without the celebrity version, just normal people?
Agreed.
Going at the jungle, that would be a nice change up.
Yes,
a bit like the Traitors. Which do you prefer, the normal or the celebrity version?
I think it's nice for the normal. To get a chance. You know, all these celebs. You know, they're
rich, famous enough.
You know what I mean?
I see normal people going
a lot
to
of them
it
are going
again.
there. You don't even know who they are.
That'd be good. Katie, thank you very much. That was all thanks to Costa Express. Coming up, we're going to turn our attention to the Arsenal losing 3-1 in pre-season yesterday in Dublin to Real Betis. But what did you learn? What did we learn, Arsenal fans? You'll find out next.
The Costa Coffee Break on talkSPORT, sponsored by Costa Express. Get a regular Costa Express iced coffee as part of your Tesco meal deal at participating Tesco stores. Terms and conditions apply.
think he'll regret the way he went about last year?
Well, he should, in my opinion. I'm his biggest fan, right? Someone who scores 40 goals a season from right wing, not centre forward. People know him inside out. He can beat you both sides, so you can't stop him. To do that 8 years on the bounce, then he starts the season off and he had 3 goes. In my opinion, he threw his toys out the pram and said, like, the club have thrown me under the bus. That was the first one. We're all going like, what do you mean by that? Club has thrown you under the bus.
Just had an unbelievable bumper contract.
He's got a 2-year contract, 500 grand a week. And then, again, he got left out again, and he had another go. And then just as he was on his way out the door, and he hadn't got the manager of the sack, he had another go saying we should be playing Jurgen. Basically, we should be playing Jurgen Klopp football and go back to it because we've gone right off the boil. And all the directors must have read it and gone, right, we've obviously got the wrong manager. So I don't think he should have done any of that, but he done it, and now he's gone. So I think probably on reflection he would have thought, I've tarnished my. He's like a superstar at Liverpool. He's up there with Kenny Dalglish and Ian Rush as a legend. But that leaving like that, I don't think he should have done that because it was petulance. It was like as if you can't leave me out. I'm Mo Salah. Well, he did.
It's not often you associate fan power with Chelsea Football Club, but one of the shining examples of it lies with a group called the Chelsea Pitch Owners. And they've proved to be the thorn in the side of owners past and present who've been dead set on moving stadiums to a larger, more lucrative piece of land. Essentially, the supporters group holds the freehold to the land on which Stamford Bridge sits. Former owner Ken Bates set it up at a time where some unruly property developers tried to evict the club from their ground. In order to prevent this, he established the CPO as a company that owned the pitch and offered the fans the chance to buy a share for £100. As well as that, they also own the rights to the name Chelsea Football Club, so if any owner wants to take them elsewhere, they can't be called Chelsea without the approval from the CPO. Now, in 2011, Roman Abramovich tried and failed to move them away from Stamford Bridge, and this has set a precedent for Todd Bowley and the current power brokers at Chelsea. They know any plan which involves moving from Stamford Bridge will require CPO approval from the now 13,000 fans who own it. There are fans who are concerned that if they stay at the bridge, they'll be left behind their domestic and European rivals who are moving to more commercially successful stadiums. But for the heritage and history lovers, Stamford Bridge is one of the iconic English stadiums, and to move away would be a grave mistake. It might not be as flashy as others, but stadiums like it have something about them that cannot be replaced. One thing's for sure, if Bowley wants to take Chelsea away from their home, he'll have to go through the CPO first.
Good morning, you're listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. It's Shebahn Aherne for Brazil alongside Gabby Agbonlahor with Arnold Clark. It's the perfect time to upgrade your car. You can get 2 years free servicing when you buy a used car in the upgrade event, and you can check it out online now. And it was a huge day here yesterday at talkSPORT Towers, and especially for talkSPORT Breakfast, because Alan Brazil made his return after a long time away battling a major health scare. Big Al gave a very open assessment on his condition and saying goodbye to his family to undergo major surgery.
It was remarkable, really, what happened. 1 minute I'm doing this, I finish at 9:45. There's a car outside. I'm like, what's going on? Straight down to Addenbrooke's, Cambridge.
Okay.
And a few hours later, wallop, they opened me up and stick a new liver in there. So I did have cancer on my liver.
Did you?
And we suspected that for months, to be honest. But they didn't want to go in and touch it and shake it up in case you could make it spread, But anyway, they decided that, first of all, they said the perfect match came in, or else I might still be waiting.
Yes.
And people who know what I'm talking about, who are on the list, you can wait 18 months. You can go down there, get ready to have the op, and they say it's not quite right, go away, come back, we'll phone you later, maybe in a few weeks, and it can be murder, it can be terrible. But I was so lucky. I went down there and they said, we've got one and it looks perfect, so we're going to do it now. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it was meant to be,
Fantastic news.
wasn't it, for Alan getting that liver transplant?
You know what made me feel a bit like emotional was when he said that, Jill was in tears when he was ready to go down, and he was having thoughts and he's having memories. It must go through a lot of people's mind, though, when they go through, a lot of people in the world going through those sort of big operations, because they do say, don't you, like, it's touch and go, this operation, it's a dangerous one.
Yeah.
So you would have them thoughts of not seeing your family again. So happy that he's back now, and he looked very good yesterday. No coughing, he spoke well. His eyes are perfect, aren't they? And white and blue, he's in good nick.
He's got lovely eyes, hasn't he? He's got
So
lovely...
you, both of you have, yeah?
Because he's my Uncle Al.
I didn't want to say anything.
By the way, I think as well, we can get a bit protective over Al, and rightly so, because he's always been good to us. But I hope he doesn't mind us saying this as well, or me saying this, but he's really looking after himself and he's taking it seriously. And he said to us yesterday, you get another shot to do it. And when he was being wheeled away, he thought to himself, oh God, what have I done? I might not see my kids. I might not see my grandchildren. And I remember when we were at Cheltenham. And that's when we knew something was really, really
100%,
wrong.
It was himself.
And he was with his family at Cheltenham, and his daughter Michelle, who goes to a lot of work events and stuff with him, and Jill. And then you knew, something's really not right here. So the fact that he's on the mend and he's had this huge operation, and he comes back in here yesterday and he just lifts everyone. And not just us, everybody who listens.
Well, yesterday was that he can take the mick out of himself.
Oh God, what's he like?
When I said, where have you been? He's been like, I've been lying down a lot.
We did a quiz, if you missed this yesterday, on the last 4 months. And he went, how am I supposed to know? I was in a coma. And you think, anyone else said that? You go, come on.
Exactly.
But he's just good crack. So, and he is back tomorrow, by the way. He's having a rest day today. We're wrapping him in cotton wool. And he's back tomorrow from 6 o'clock alongside Ray Parlour for Fun Friday. So it'd be great to have Ray back as well. We've not seen Ray
It's been a while, hasn't it?
in a long time, because you keep taking the shifts. So we'll have that.
Ray's a busy man.
He's a very busy man. On the golf course is Ray Parlour. Let's talk about Ray's beloved Arsenal now. They're busy in the transfer window. talkSPORT understands that they have agreed a £75 million deal to sign Newcastle skipper Bruno Guimaraes. They're also hoping to close a huge deal for Real Madrid star Vinicius Jr., who's in the midst of this contract negotiations at the Bernabeu. Now, we understand that it's looking likely that he's going to stay at Real Madrid, but it's not dead in the water yet for Arsenal. The Gunners did play yesterday, but fell to a 3-1 defeat against Spanish side Real Betis out in Dublin in pre-season. After the game, Mikel Arteta said there is much to improve on.
Well, the important part is to win it, and we didn't manage to win it, so disappointed obviously for the result. It's true, we used 25 players, so you need to give a bit of context to the game. In the first half, with more starters, two very different things, how we played and how we competed, because we had some fantastic moments in the way we played, but the way we competed, especially in and around our box, is not to the standards that we are used to. So there are things to improve, obviously, some positives to take from the game, and a bad result sometimes it's good to create even more fire in the belly.
Mikel Arteta there speaking after that defeat yesterday in pre-season against Betis. Somebody who was at that game, Sun Sport Arsenal reporter Josh Hall. Good morning, Josh.
Good morning, Josh.
Morning, how are you guys doing?
We're well, thanks, Josh. Not the ideal pre-season game for Arteta, but it's pre-season. But is he right to be that unhappy?
Look, those are the standards he's set from the moment he came through the door at Arsenal. And when we spoke to him in the mixed zone yesterday, that was very much the message was, look, we know it's pre-season, but we're not happy. He said that the players were fuming after the game. And I think that's the sort of attitude they have to have. If you sort of go into those games and think it's only pre-season, it doesn't matter, then those standards can drop. And you've got to keep those standards high if you want to try and win the Premier League title again.
I think as well, just over 2 weeks the season starts. Premier League season, he's going to want to start now getting better performances. I mean, early on in pre-season, you don't look at the performances and results, but so close now, he's going to want to see better, isn't he? I think Havertz give the ball away for one of the goals I see, and even though it was a great finish, you'd expect all the sloppy passes to come out soon.
Yeah, it was sloppy. I think sloppy is the word, Gabby. There was a stat doing the rounds last season. Arsenal had 5 individual errors that led to goals in the whole Premier League season. In the first half of that match, there was 3 individual errors that led to goals. So it was sloppy. It felt pre-season. It felt tired. And Arteta won't be happy with that. He'll want to make sure that those players are sharp. He's going to get them. I'm sure he's going to have given them an absolute telling off at half time and at full time. And he's going to want them to get them back in order ahead of another pre-season game on Sunday.
When you look at the signing of Guimaraes now, does that say to you that, listen, I know you look at players now and you look at squads, Arsenal are trying to get to the latter stages of everything that they compete in, but do you see maybe a bit less game time for Zubimendi next season?
Yeah, I think so, but I think that's a positive thing. I think the way Arteta is looking at that is it's almost a floor raiser. Arsenal have had ceiling raisers over the last few seasons, just trying to get that squad as good as possible. And then you look at Christian Norgard leaving yesterday for Everton, and what it does is it just raises that floor. So all 3 of those midfield options now, you can have a deep line midfielder in Guimaraes, in Rice, or in Zubimendi, and I think he'll be able to rotate those players because they've all played so many minutes, and it'll be good for him to just have such high quality across the board.
But that said, I mean, these players are still going to want to play game in, game out, week in, week out. Tell us then about the Vinicius Junior chat. I mean, do you think this actually happens? I mean, Gabby had mentioned earlier on that Gunners are deluded to ever think that this would happen, but it's not dead yet.
No, it's not dead yet. If we're being honest, it looks like it's travelling more in the direction of him staying at Real Madrid at the moment. For a moment, it felt like Arsenal were getting more and more confident that it could happen their way, but after those negotiations he's had over the new contract, it looks like he's been offered a deal that's far more enticing to him. Arsenal are still confident that the deal that they would be able to offer him would also be an enticing offer, but his preference has always been to stay at Real Madrid. Arsenal's position was, if he doesn't stay at Real Madrid, if they need to sell him, then they're ready to pounce. They feel that they were the best team placed to bring him if that didn't happen. But if this contract offer that they've now managed to table for him, Real Madrid that is good enough for him to sign on, then you'd expect him to stay.
What if they don't get Vinny Jr. then? Are Arsenal, have they got enough on the wings for next season, or do you think they have to go and bring in someone else?
I think Mikel Arteta will want someone else, and that left wing position has been a position that Arsenal have been wanting to strengthen for a long time. No disrespect to a player like Gabriel Martinelli. Obviously, they brought in Christos Solis, who's impressed in pre-season already, but they want another one of those raisers, those game raisers on that left-hand side. Mikel Arteta talks about taking the team to a different dimension this season, and you feel as though they have to bring in someone that's almost like a world-class player to be able to improve on where they already are. Who that is a question. Andrea Berta is a bit of a plate spinner. He likes to have multiple different players on the go, making negotiations, trying to find the right player. But they've already lost a few of the potential targets in that. Diamande's moving to Real Madrid. Barcola looks like he was probably going to go to Liverpool. So you wonder where that player might be. Is it going to be a Marcus Rashford on deadline day from Manchester United? Is it going to be that kind of a player?
Okay, well, interesting all the same. I think it's the same agent, isn't it, for Diamonde and Vinicius Junior as well. So it'll be interesting conversations. Josh Hall, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Josh.
Thanks, guys.
Look forward to seeing you again soon for more reaction to the Vinicius Junior news. Check out the talkSPORT Daily podcast. It's available for you now. A lot of Kirk Francis saying it was a very good effort from Arsenal. Still to come for you on talkSPORT Breakfast.
Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Spend £100 or more in-store or online as a trade account holder and you could win a brand new Ford Ranger. T's and C's apply.
Oh, wee Jamie O'Hara has made a backside of himself on social media. He's posted a picture from his hospital bed, which probably shouldn't laugh at that.
Yeah, it's not funny.
Dripped up. He's got food poisoning after eating cheese on toast.
But like, was he not listening to Jeff a couple of days ago? Jeff said you shouldn't eat, food that you'd eat back home abroad on holiday.
But you'd eat cheese and toast abroad, wouldn't you?
Would you?
Yeah.
Really?
Of course. What's going to be in it?
No, but I'm saying
sugar.
No, but I'm saying like Jeff's saying you should eat like fresh fish, try your local food, not eating English food over there.
Oh, well, it's Jamie's on the cheese and toast with the Elaine Perrins by the sound of it. It's come back to bite him.
Yeah, too much cheese.
What's your most embarrassing injury? Share that with us this morning. 03717 223344. You can send us your voice notes as
I
well.
had an embarrassing one.
Go on.
So, had my wisdom teeth taken out, right?
The worst, by the way.
Okay, had it when I was still at Villa, had them taken out, right? But for some reason, whoever took them out didn't tell me that with the cocodamol and the painkillers, you should take a laxative.
Oh, no.
Because obviously the painkillers, constipation. Okay, didn't tell me that. Left that part out, right? 3-4 days later, really, really constipated, right? Couldn't use the toilet, any part of the toilet, anything, right?
Nothing.
Phoned the club doctor. Club doctor had to come and pick me up.
And put one up there?
No, he took me to hospital. Took me to the hospital in Edgbaston. And they had to... it was like...
You're on a wimp.
No, honestly, it was bad. It was like... Bladder was like full.
And you couldn't pee?
Couldn't do anything.
I didn't know you could get...
No, yeah, it was that bad, right?
infection.
No, it wasn't. It was that bad, right? Got to the hospital and put a catheter in. I'm just like, pardon? You don't put what in? Catheter? I was like, okay. And then I had to take loads of these pills to help me go and stuff. But when I first got in there, the doctor was like, how old are you? You shouldn't be having these problems at this age. And I was like, well, it's obviously because the stupid guy who took my wisdom teeth out didn't tell me that I should be taking laxatives with cocodamol. I was popping these cocodamols for the pain. Thinking
No, cocodamols made you constipated?
Yeah, really, yeah, painkillers, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, really. If you don't take a laxative, if you're down in them, like I was. So yeah, that was my embarrassment.
Wimp of the year over there.
I know. My dad come and saw me. No, it was very difficult.
Your dad, I wouldn't text anyone.
It was very difficult.
I'm in hospital with constipation because of a cocodamol. I hate to say it, but man up a bit, will you?
He's called me a wimp, so you might as well carry it on.
Share your embarrassing injuries with us. In fact, Gabby's is up there. Yours is well worse than Jamie's. 03717 223344. Plus, Newcastle fans, listen up. Matthias Eisler's former CEO in Saudi, Yazan Al Sharif, will bring us insight into what the German is all about. You do not want to miss that chat. That was a breakfast preview with Travis Perkins and constipation.
Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Want to win a brand new Ford Ranger? Just spend £100 or more using your Travis Perkins trade account to enter into the draw. T's and C's apply.
I speak to people here and there, good sources.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing I can say is that I know for a fact we're not going to rush. The window doesn't close until the beginning of September, end of August, beginning of September. We've got a lot of time to make decisions. And on top of that, we're not like other teams who desperately have to strengthen and anyone's better than their current team. If somebody comes into our team, they have to be the right personnel, the right players on the pitch, and they have to fit the vision of Arsenal Football Club. We haven't spent 7-8 years building this squad for anyone to come in and for it to be some kind of joke. So the likes of Bruno, great attitude, He can play, Mikel likes him versatile. He can play as a 6, he can play as an 8. He can play as a 10 if you really want him to as well.
His creativity is very underrated, Joel.
Exactly. And we all know what it gets like. When you're Arsenal Football Club, you're in every single competition, guys. Just to remind everybody, we only, didn't play 2 games out of the possible. All of the games that you could have played last season, we only didn't play 2 games. What games were they? Do you know?
It would be the League Cup final. Oh no, you played that.
You're wrong. That. You're wrong. Don't worry, Ollie. I'll correct.
Go on. Yeah, go on.
Semi-final of the FA Cup.
And
the final of the FA Cup.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. So that means that even if you've got 2 10s, Eze and Odegaard and how great they are, sometimes you need more players.
Good morning, you're listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. Shebahn Aherne and former Sheffield Wednesday forward Gabby Agbonlahor with you this morning. Right, could Phil Foden be back to his best this season? You would hope so, after winning the PFA Player of the Year in 24, scoring 27 goals and getting 12 assists. Remember that? Phil Foden had a dip in form over the last couple of seasons, leading to him being left out of the World Cup squad. At the age of just 26, he's now entering his 9th professional year for club. Before the pre-season campaign this summer, Foden was asked if he will be a leader for Manchester City this season.
I think I have to be, really. Obviously, I've been at the club for so long. I'm one of the last only remaining players that have been here for a long time. So, yeah, I think I have to be this season. One of the leaders, one of the captains, in and around it for sure. So I'm looking forward to that new responsibility and trying to take leadership.
Seems in a good place there, seems mature and confident in himself. We can bring in a man who knows him better than most. Foden's former academy coach at Man City, Steve Ayre, is with us now. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning, Steve.
Morning, Shebahn. Morning, Gabby.
Morning, mate.
Good to see you, Steve. Do you think Foden's got a lot more to give, firstly?
Absolutely. I mean, he's already delivered a lot from such a young age. There's always been a lot of pressure, expectation on his shoulders that he's always carried since the age of 17 on debut, as well as coming through at our fantastic club. And I think obviously every season brings a different challenge, and this one is to get over the disappointment of not getting an England World Cup squad with Thomas Tuchel, which hopefully he already has, and to now probably step up and become towards being a senior player for Manchester City in the absence of John Stones, possibly Rodri, and certainly Bernardo Silva, and I think he can do that.
I think as well, Steve, when you look at his Premier League stats for the season that he got Player of the Season, he got 17 goals, 8 assists. Last season, 7 goals, 5 assists in the Premier League. So it's obviously a drop-off. But when I watched him, mate, and every player goes through it, he just didn't look like he had the confidence when he was on the pitch. He wasn't scoring the goals or creating the space and creating the chances that we expect of Phil Foden. And that can happen, can't it? He's had so much football, like you said, since 17. And now, new manager, he can get his confidence back and get to the Phil Foden that we all know.
He can, but I think there should probably be a timely reminder, Gabby, that last season he competed in 50 football matches. He ended up with 2 trophies. If we go to the Premier League record and take away the penalties, he scored more open play goals than Cole Palmer. He scored more open goals than Bruno Fernandes, who's now being written and spoken about as being the best number 10 in the world. And he had the identical record to Bukayo Saka. So last season was a bad season, despite you calling it a drop-off. I think is absolutely fair. I think obviously he lost a little bit of rhythm because of the strength of the team. I think players in the dressing room is the bigger challenge than actually the opponent each Saturday and Wednesday evening, because when Semenyo come, the real emergence of Doku, Turkey came in and lit the season up for 6 months. Obviously the competition became hard, and I think he lost a bit of rhythm. And I do believe his best position still is on the right wing with his left foot, coming into the number 10 position and shooting from there, as opposed to starting in the number 10 position, facing the wrong way, and often just trying to push balls in the penalty area for Erling Haaland. So I prefer him on the right wing, but Semenyo is doing such a good job there, it might be a little bit of a share.
I think as well, it would have hurt him, wouldn't it? Even though, like you says there, he didn't have his greatest season, but to not go to a World Cup, you know, the talent that he's got, he's one of our generational talents, isn't he, Phil Foden? He'll be looking now thinking, okay, the next 2 seasons, get back to the levels I can, so I am at the home Euros in 2 years.
Yeah, well, really true again what you say, but I think hopefully his fuel is that he's got over that already and recognised that. I think the whole nation probably thinks he should have gone initially. I think after the World Cup, even though we went deep in it, we think he should have gone, possibly Cole Palmer too, when you consider that Kobe Mainoo, Manchester United, didn't play a minute and didn't make himself available for the last game. 5 minutes and got injured. So I believe that Phil should be able to use the fact that he should have gone, but hopefully leave that in the past and for Manchester City's initially, and hopefully for the next England tournament, he will be the player we love and have seen for so many years doing so well.
Yeah, fingers crossed for that. Steve Ayre, thanks for your time this morning.
Thank you, Steve.
My pleasure.
Foden's former academy coach there, Steve Ayre. Coming up, Newcastle fans, listen up, but we get everything you need to know about your new manager, Matthias Geisler, and also find out why Mo Salah has chosen Turkey over Saudi. It's coming next on talkSPORT Breakfast.
You know, 1 minute I'm doing this, I finish at 10:15. There's a car outside. I'm like, what's going on? Straight down to Addenbrooke's, Cambridge.
Okay.
And a few hours later, wallop, they open me up and stick a new liver in there. So I did have cancer on my liver.
Did you?
And we suspected that for months, to be honest. But they didn't want to go in and touch it and shake it up in case you could make it spread, you know. But anyway, they decided that, first of all, they said the perfect match came in, or else I might still be waiting.
Yes.
And people who know what I'm talking about, who are on the list, you can wait 18 months. You can go down there, get ready to have the op, and they say it's not quite right, go away, come back, we'll phone you later, maybe in a few weeks, and it can be murder, it can be terrible. But I was so lucky. I went down there and they said, we've got one and it looks perfect, so we're going to do it now. I'm like, what? You know what I mean? So they eject you all over, and you think you have to sign a few forms.
Of course, of course.
And you get carried in there, and it's like, goodbye, everyone.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was.
I
thought, see you later.
Yeah. Just it's a massive operation.
Wife's in tears, and it's horrible.
But you knew though, didn't you, Al? Before that, you knew. You know, when you were on air here and you felt dizzy and you had to come off, you knew something was.
Well, that was the stage where I had to get it done, or it was see you later.
Yeah.
And I didn't realise it was that extreme, but it was. They told me, said another couple of weeks you were gone.
Football fans all have stadiums we love, but do any of us have a pitch we love? It might sound like an odd question, but pitches can be different sizes with big consequences. Why is that? And what are the actual rules behind it? Back when association football started, pitches could be 100 metres wide and 200 metres long. That's longer than Ellen Road. Not the pitch, the stadium. Anyway, UEFA wanted a standard across Europe which became 105 metres long and 68 metres wide. But some clubs had been rebels, not intentionally but because of the stadiums. Take Highbury for example. It was 5 metres shorter and a metre narrower, meaning away sides had a challenge just to adjust. Today, Forest Pitch at the City Ground is a big one, 2 metres wider than others. But the smallest of all? Craven Cottage, just 100 metres long and 65 metres wide. There are a couple of crazy outliers in Europe too, such as Napoli's home ground, the Stadio Diego Armando Maradona, where the pitch is a whopping 110 metres long. So UEFA have their standards, so do the FA, but they give pitches in England some wiggle room. Pitches can be anywhere between 90 and 120 metres long, between 45 and 90 metres wide. Just imagine a pitch that's 120 metres long and 45 wide. Madness. So there you have it. There is a standard size and most teams do generally follow it. But as we all know, size doesn't matter, does it?
Good morning, how's it going? You're listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. It's Shebahn Aherne, and for Alan Brazil, he's back tomorrow. Gabby Agbonlahor is here, and Arnold Clark's deal drop. You can get the new car feeling without the new car price. You can discover some of their biggest savings and find your next car today. Now, it's been a summer of upheaval for Newcastle United. Sandro Tonali, Anthony Gordon, and now their captain Bruno Guimaraes all heading out the door alongside manager Eddie Howe. The Magpies are facing a massive period of transition this season to come. Yesterday, the new gaffer, Matthias Jaisler, was unveiled. He signed a 3-year deal at St James's Park. In his first words as the Newcastle manager, the German insisted he cannot wait to get started.
Overall, there's only excitement. Joining this marvelous club with that fan base, it's something special and a real privilege. Well, the Premier League by itself is something special, right? And then joining this club, it's even more special. Again, with that fan base, with that passion the supporters show for that club, it's really, really interesting to be part of that. And again, it comes with a big privilege, but also a big responsibility. And I'm aware of it, and I will do my best.
I like his style. And he's got big shoes to fill with replacing Eddie Howe as well, who'd had a brilliant few years and, of course, winning their first trophy in how long. It's a massive club, excellent fan base. And it's been a lot of negativity for them, hasn't it, over the last couple of summers. But now they finally get something to be excited about. Newcastle fans liking the vibe of this new manager. Very good morning to somebody who worked closely with him. Matthias Jaisler's former CEO at Al Ahly, Yazan Al Sharid, is with us now. Good morning to you, Yazan. Thanks for coming on.
Good morning, Yazan.
Good morning, everyone, and thanks for having me on your show. And hopefully this one is going to be exciting for the next chapter of Matthias Jaisler and for the Newcastle fans as well.
Can you talk to me about what sort of manager he is? You know, we have different styles of managers in the Premier League. I know he's a centre-half during his playing career, but what sort of manager is he and what's his style of football?
Yeah, first of all, the style of Matthias Jaisler, let's go to the personal level. He's a very high energy coach who enhances the open and clear discussions with the players. So most importantly, the dressing rooms with Matthias Jaisler is gonna take it for another level for sure. About his philosophy and the way that football is he is playing, he mostly playing like the high pressing and counter pressing when losing the ball. So he always prefer an enhance and boost his way of playing in the way that is proactive, not reactive. So every time you watch Matthias Jaisler scores a goal, his team scores a goal, you can see that goals is becoming before actually returning the ball. So this is the way he's playing football. I think he's gonna make a lot of tremendous work with Newcastle having that foundation left by Eddie Howe.
I think we look back at his coaching career as well. He done such amazing things, didn't he, with Red Bull Salzburg, during the Champions League competition. He got them into the knockout stages, was for the first time in the club's era. What do you think going forward would be Newcastle's, I want to say, like, target? How high can you finish this season with Newcastle?
Well, looking at the timing he's coming to the club, mate, I think it's the starting of the season will be challenging, having Spurs and Liverpool, and then at the beginning, I think he's playing against Sunderland. To be honest, it's not going to be an easy season, let's say, but this is the kind of Matthias Jaisler is admiring. He's a very challenging one. I think he can do it with the squad that he has, given that, as I said previously, the foundation is there. So it's only about the timing. It's only about adapting the team with his way of playing football. So I think maybe in the top 10, let's say, better than the last year, but he's going to make it somewhere in there, in that area for Newcastle.
How does he deal under pressure? Because we know that the Premier League is just a completely different beast altogether. What's he like when the pressure's on?
Again, I cannot hear you, sorry.
You can't hear me? Okay, sorry. What's he like when he's under pressure? Yazan, can you hear me now?
You mean during the games or after the games or after the losses, how he deal with it? So let's take it on different aspects. You can see that from the first year to the second year, Matthias Jaisler was evolving, to be honest. In the beginning, he used to play that high pressing, high line football. Then the other year, he was evolving, so he has to deal with it during the games. So you can see he's not rigid. He's not strict to his formation or the defensive line. We're talking about during the games. But after the losses, even before our assessment to hire Matthias Sasler to recruit him in Al Ahly. He used to deal and recover very well after each game that he lost. So he can deal with that pressure. He's a very calm guy, but that doesn't mean he's in the comfort zone, but he's a very calm with intensity. So in that manner, we were very comfortable with him, and he has dealt in every position with real responsibility and real recovering very fast.
What I like as well, Yazan, is that, more managers are getting a chance, aren't they, in their 30s? You look at Fabian Hertzler, he's still only 33, which is incredible. The Brighton and Albion manager. You look at Yasel, he's only 38 as well. Was that something you looked at and thought, it doesn't matter about the age, how good is he as a coach and a manager, he'll be given a chance?
Yeah, exactly. About Fabian in Brighton, I think, and I recall that Fabian has joined the Premier League when he was 31 after St. Pauli, sorry. So I think it's about the way of coaching, about the way of dealing with each game, about the dealing with the dressing room, with the captains that you have, with the players that you get in the team. So it's not only about the age, more about how you deal with each circumstances that you have, which every moment that you can deal with during the game, during the season, during the breaks. So it's not only about how much experience that you have, it's about the personality and about the winning mentality that you have.
You spoke about his high energy. That is something that he has to have, a manager of Newcastle. I look at some of the greatest managers in the Premier League at the moment. I look at my club, Aston Villa, Unai Emery. He's on the sideline. Every tackle, every bit of play, he's in there with the players, with the fans.
Yes.
They will take to him straight away, won't they, with that high energy?
Exactly. This is one of the key the key things that Matthias has. I mean, when I'm speaking about high energy, he's very ambitious, very passionate. You can see him in the training drills the other day. After when I speak about after losing a game is better than speaking about winning a game, because this is where the energy, it might lax or might fallen down. But with Matthias, that never happened. I never witnessed that. So not only on the bench line, not only on the game, but it's beyond that thing. So we're speaking about his high energy. He's a super energetic guy. You can find him in every detail of the game, in every detail of the training pitch. He can speak with the youngster. He can speak with the captain. He can consult him. So he's a very open-minded coach who can done a lot of things with Newcastle in that area.
Yazan, can I ask you a question on Mo Salah? Because, he's gone to Trabzonspor in Turkey. I thought it was guaranteed he was going to go to Saudi Arabia. I thought he could be the face of Saudi Arabian football. Is it a missed opportunity, or is it more Saudi Arabia now? The clubs are looking at players in their prime. We look at Somerville going there, players that are really wanted by big European clubs. Has it changed?
Yeah. If you look at the last 2 seasons, the Saudi League started to evolve very quickly. So if you look now at the ages, it's starting to go down. That doesn't mean that Salah is not going to perform. He's one of the best players in world football. So, but I think in the Saudi League, they're going to players that below the 30s, and because of the high competition, and it's starting to be very competitive in the Saudi League, especially between the top 6 and the top 7 clubs. So I think it wasn't the right time to acquire Salah, and might that his decision as well for the player.
Do you think Geisler could be bringing Ivan Toney from Al Ahly to the Premier League?
To be honest, I'm not involved in that one, but looking at what the Iceland Tony has done together. So it might be happening. I have nothing about it, but we don't know.
Okay.
He might go back to Newcastle someday, Ivan Tony.
Okay, interesting, lovely stuff. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you very much, Yazan.
Thank you, everyone, and hopefully to see you soon.
Yes,
All the best to you. Former CEO for Matthias Geisler at Al Ali, Yazan Al Sharif with us this morning on talkSPORT Breakfast. Coming up next, what is your most embarrassing injury? We've all got one. Gabby went to hospital with constipation. We'll discuss that next as Jamie O'Hara is in the hospital with food poisoning after eating a dodgy cheese on toast.
I anticipate Arsenal to absolutely go again and just be as good as they've been this season.
Mm.
The key element for me on the title this year is Rodri. If Rodri's a Manchester City player throughout the whole course of the season, Manchester City will win the league.
That's a shouting off, that is, isn't it?
Do you disagree? If Manchester City lose Rodri and he goes to Real Madrid, they will not win the league.
I know what you're saying, but I look at it as well from because Anderson's coming, isn't he?
Yeah.
So
He's not Rodri.
I know he's not Rodri.
But he'll benefit from playing alongside him.
Yeah, that would happen.
But if you leave him on his own in there, I think you've got carnage.
I do know what you're saying, but I think there's more of a factor that Maresca might not be up for it either. You don't know yet.
I think he's up for it.
You reckon he's up for it?
I think he's up for it.
We'll see.
He knows that club. He's been at that club. He understands how that club
You're
works.
talking like a real Manchester City supporter.
He went to Chelsea. He did.
Are you Blackburn? You're a Blackburn fan, didn't you?
Yeah, we'll talk.
Hold on a minute.
We'll talk about their dismal summer in a minute.
What about the other teams?
Why are you doing this? Why are you deflecting?
Well, I'm just trying to say.
All I was doing was talking about the Premier League title race. That's all I was saying. And I was just saying that the big impact, the key piece of information for me is Rodri being a Man City player throughout the whole course of the season. And if he is, Manchester City will win the league.
Cool, but that's a shout.
Do you not think so?
So where was he last season?
Getting back from his ACL, mate. Do you not think so?
No, listen, mate.
So you're tipping Arsenal. You think so? You believe in what I said at the start of the show, that you believe that we're entering a dynasty time.
Yeah, but I don't. I wouldn't hang my hat on it.
put the grill on, slip a slice under, and have toast. A little piece of toast. Because there's so much to choose from. There's brown bread, white bread, all sorts of wholemeal bread that comes in funny packages with writing on the side.
Is it the streets?
It doesn't
Not
matter
Paul
which
Young.
one you have, because cut the crust off, have it with marmalade or butter, cheese, tomatoes, beans, banana, or chocolate if you're strange. It doesn't really matter.
Ed's typed in toast. Who sings a song called Toast? Anyone?
Yeah, I mean, a few of our presenters are off at the minute, enjoying their holidays. Al's in recovery, he's back tomorrow. And one of our presenters is away, and he's not been so lucky with his trip because talkSPORT's Jamie O'Hara is now in hospital in Albufeira. He's got food poisoning from cheese and toast.
Is that possible? Like,
I don't think it is possible. I think he's had something dodgy before the cheese and toast.
Took his own cheese over to Portugal with him, and he's gone off, and he's eating it, and he's got food poisoning.
His laughing cow cheese.
Only Jamie. You know what it is, though? I would hide that as well. Why are you posting that on your social media? Like, I'll be hiding that. He's there with a drip in his arm because he's got food poisoning.
I know. Classic
cheese
Jamie.
and toast.
Classic. According to the NHS, Jamie may have, Ollie, what's this word? Listeriosis? Listeriosis, which can cause you to feel sick if you've eaten soft, mould-ripened cheeses, such as camembert and brie.
Will you be okay?
And blue-veined cheeses.
Will you be okay?
Jamie, we're praying for you. We'll get a wee rosary going, and we're thinking of you and sending our love.
It's a shame.
I wouldn't admit that it was cheese and toast.
Do you know what he might need while he's sitting there in hospital?
Cuddle.
No. Jason Cundy. Has anyone seen cheese? That'll cheer him up.
What did the cheese say when it looked in the mirror?
No idea.
Hello,
Cheers.
me. That's a,
no comment.
It's a cracker. What's cheese made backwards?
Pardon?
What's cheese is made backwards?
No idea.
You damn. Oh, look, the kids are laughing through the window. They love it.
No, they're shaking their head.
No, shocking. Now, we've been asking for some of your most embarrassing injuries. We've had this one sent in from Liam.
I would definitely say my most embarrassing injury is when I first tried to clean my clothes myself. And I ended up in A&E because I got washing detergent in my eyes, and the missus found it hilarious.
Oh.
How has he done that?
Oh, I don't know.
I'm not great at washing clothes, though.
Yeah.
I didn't know that you can't put everything in together.
Oh, for God's sake.
Well, I didn't know that.
Do you do anything at home?
So
like anything?
I the other day done some washing a few weeks ago, and I don't do whites and colours together. So whites I know go on their own right, but then I put all the colours together.
Can't do that.
And white socks, which I shouldn't have because now they've gone grey. But on 60.
Oh,
you're not meant to, are you? It's not too high.
It's bad for your environment, your lecky bill.
I didn't know you should put it on 30
Bring
or
it
40.
down to 30. I mean, 40, I would say, do
It's
your
60,
towels, your bed sheets, all that.
What's 60 though? 60 for really dirty
60
stuff, like gym
set it
gear.
on fire.
So why is it there then?
Just for like a really, really high watt. Like, but I mean, your t-shirt, your pink t-shirt's not going to need a 60, is
No,
it?
but what needs 60 then?
Well, bedding and I
You
would say
said 40?
towels, your towel
You
wash.
said 40 for
Yeah, I think if you're being better for your electricity and your the environment, but I think if it's like a dirty bed sheet, man, whack that on at 60 and get all your
Good to know. It's good to know,
stains
though.
out of it. Ugh.
Good to know.
Right, some others in 81089. Martin from Farnborough tore his meniscus 10 bin bowling. See, Martin, that's a bit ick.
Deary me.
Jackie managed to twist her ankle during her sleep. Jackie, you're going to have to give me more detail there.
If someone done a knee ligaments and you're on a date with them at bowling, would you leave them?
Yeah. Straight on out of there.
Would you phone your friend and say, like, come pick me up? Like, I've got the IKEA.
Probably go, yeah, I need to go to the toilet and then out the back window, up the road.
And then the next day you hear that, like, he struggled to get to the ambulance.
Gabby went to hospital with constipation. That's not other Gabby, that's our Gabby. Catheter's not pretty, by the way.
Steve Bruce was really, like, worried about me. He called me and said, hope you're okay, mate.
Okay. Constipation. Just get on with it. Imagine you in childbirth.
It's horrible.
End of it. Right, time now to get the latest quads with Coral and Simon Clare.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Simon.
Morning, Simon.
Good morning, guys. Good morning. How are we doing?
Yeah, any embarrassing injuries you would like to share with us? Or
I've had a few over the years. I think I remember cutting my carpets up, which I'd taken up with a Stanley knife and managed to cut through my finger. That was self-inflicted.
Simon, that's not
And a long time ago, I was playing basketball and somehow injured my ring finger, and it sort of blew up, and my wedding ring was on it, and it obviously trapped the swelling. So I had to go to hospital, and they had to saw my wedding ring off, and it was bent into little pieces.
I'm trying to picture Simon.
And that's when it was doomed, and that's when she left.
And then I got divorced a year later. Exactly, so it was a sign, you know. I've still got that hunk of metal somewhere. It's pretty worth it.
But now you're getting married again, I hear, Simon.
Yeah, Amy.
Oh, Gabby, not quite yet. We're in the
How long do you give it?
Why not quite yet, Simon? Is there a problem?
Not at all. It's going really nicely.
Okay.
We're progressing
Do you
very
think
well.
she wants you to propose, though? I'm kidding on, Simon.
I think she'd be mad.
We need to stop. But melt down that wedding ring and give it to her.
It's going red.
She might want a new one.
Yeah, she might. Don't you dare give her the old one. We were talking to the CEO who used to work with the Eisler, the new Newcastle manager.
Yes.
What's the chances of Newcastle finishing in the top 6 this season?
Yeah, we've got a range of odds, really. It's really interesting to see where you sort of pitch their performance level. Obviously, to finish in the top 4, it's a 12-1 chance. That looks a tall lot. The top 6, 9-2. But obviously, it's a strong top 6 in principle. If you think of the likes of, obviously, Arsenal, City, Liverpool, United, then Chelsea, Villa. Can Newcastle break in? And not to mention Bournemouth, Brighton, etc. When they're losing players like Tonali, Gordon, probably Guimaraes. A top half finish is 8-11. That's got to be an expectation. And another key one here, we've actually got betting on, will they finish above Sunderland? They're 1-4 to finish above their northeast rivals, 11 or Sunderland. You don't know, Gabby. Where would you pitch their sort of finishing position given, the two?
I'd say mid-table. They finished 12th last season. I'll say about 10th, 11th.
Yeah, so that 8-11 even money. Yeah, that's perfect. It's exactly where we're pitching it with the top 10. But obviously, still time for them to take action in the transfer window and try and maybe bring some players in with so many players going out. But that'll be pretty critical for his chances.
I need some odds, please. I know we've got the big Carabao Cup games this weekend, but there's a big game next Wednesday. You know when big teams win big competitions, they play a trophy called the Super Cup. Simon,
why are we looking that far ahead?
I know. Rangers play tonight. Motherwell and Hibs play tonight. He's a week Wednesday.
It's such a big game, and I want to see. I want to see a team beat PSG in a cup competition in a final.
I found the odds. By some miracle of speed. It's such a good website, the Coral website. It is 7-2 Villa in normal time. It's 11-4 the draw, and PSG are 4-7, so 4-6.
Will you wear a PSG shirt, Simon?
No, he wouldn't.
I would never do that. No. I wouldn't actually. Genuinely, I know Gabs and Jason did it.
Condi made me.
He made you.
He made me, mate.
Peer pressure. I genuinely would support. I'll be supporting Villa in that game. I want to cheer on the Premier League side.
I agree. You should cheer on every English side. I agree.
Yeah, exactly. But you mentioned the Scottish football tonight. There are a few key games. Motherwell and Hibs both in action to try and get through to that, the group stages of the Europa Conference League. Motherwell play HJK Helsinki. They're in the first leg. They're second favourites away from home, 15-8, 11-8 HJK, but they are favourites to get through Motherwell, who starts off with a win against Hibs, who are also in action today against a North Macedonian side. Very difficult to say. Skendija 79 Tetovo.
Oh, you nailed
said,
that.
Mate. Well said.
I don't know if I did. Some North Macedonian will tell me I've done that completely wrong. But they're 1-2 Hibs to dispatch this North Macedonian side and get through to that. Get through to the second leg. Where obviously hope they can get the job done next week. So those two sides in action, and Rangers playing a Polish outfit, Jagiellonia Białystok. And they're favourites today away from home 5-4 to beat them in the first leg, and obviously under Derek McInnes. So having drawn their opening game in the Scottish Premier League. So
great stuff, Simon. Thank you. We'll speak to you tomorrow.
Top man, Simon.
Take care, guys.
Simon Clear. That was a look at the latest odds with Coral. 18+. BigGambleAware.org.
The Coral Daily Download on talkSPORT with Coral. We're here for the fans this season. 18+, gambleaware.org.
let's talk about Jack Grealish. Obviously, you bumped into him on holiday. Everton opted against a 50 million buyout option, but I saw in the Liverpool Echo, 83% of Everton fans want the club to sign Jack Grealish. Do you think he'll end up there?
I think there's a good chance he will, but I didn't understand the £50 million that Man City thought they were going to get. A year left on his contract. Like, you're never going to get that sort of money. For Manchester City, if they can get a fee at all, because it's club like Everton or wherever Jack signs for might be like the wages. Maybe we'll cover the wages for a year, and then that's it. So it'd be interesting to see what happens. But seeing him over in Mallorca, he was fit. He was training at Real Mallorca's training ground because they were away in Marbella pre-season. He's hungry. He's looking after himself. He's doing all the right things. And, you know, some players at 30, Jeff, he's won it all.
Yeah.
Doesn't need any more money. But he wants to play. He's addicted to football. He loves football. He would have been so jealous watching the players at the World Cup. He still wants to play at the highest level, and he showed that by the pre-season that he's had. So any reports as well that were fake reports you were hearing about being left out of Manchester City squad, no, I don't think he's clear to train for another 10 days.
Every spring, sports fans in Europe come together to celebrate arguably rugby's biggest annual tournament, the Six Nations. But why is it the home nations, plus France and Italy, and no one else? It all started back in 1871 when Scotland beat England in the very first international rugby match. A few years later, when they could field a team, Wales decided they'd host England and an idea was thought up. With Ireland keen, they formed the Home International Championship, which ran from 1883. In 1910, France was allowed to join, as they were developing into a serious rugby nation, and thus the Five Nations was born. France had an interesting history with the championship. They were actually booted out for paying their players in 1931, when the home nations were keen to keep it amateur. After World War II, though, France were let back in, but it remained a closed shop for more than 50 years. And when another country was let in, it was only really because the Five Nations hand had been forced. Italy was developing into a serious contender, beating Scotland, France and Ireland twice in the same year, meaning in 1999 officials got together and said yes to Italy, and it became the Six Nations. So what changes, if any, come next? 7 nations? 8? A promotion and relegation system? Or should we leave it alone and let it remain the great rugby tradition it's become?
Hello there, good morning. You're listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. It's 25 to 9. It's Shebahn Aherne, and for Alan Brazil, he's back tomorrow. Gabby Agbonlahor is here with Arnold Clark. It's the perfect time to upgrade your car, and you can get 2 years free servicing when you buy a used car in the upgrade event, and you can check it out online now. So it's been a big season for many Premier Leagues number 9s, with fans having high expectations of their strikers to bang in the goals. Well, Gabby is here to give you a fan's reality check, telling you why many goals you should expect from your star strikers this season and how many they should be looking to get. Let's start with this man.
Given away by McCarthy. Isak! He's off and running!
Isak, Alexander Isak.
Yes.
After the whole drama leaving Newcastle last summer, what the Newcastle fans went through, he arrived at Liverpool, unfortunate with his injury, and it's just not happened.
Yeah, I think the injury was unfortunate, wasn't it? And also, did he handle the competition? You know, Ekitike come in and you didn't know which one was going to be the main guy as that striker. We know that both of them can play off that left. But now, Ekitike snapped Achilles. He won't be playing till maybe February, March with that injury. So he's the main man at Liverpool. Last season, even though he had 14 Premier League appearances, only 3 goals, 1 assist. You know what Liverpool need this season? They need £115 million striker to play like one. And they need him to have a season like he had in 2024, 2025 for Newcastle, where we got 23 Premier League goals in 34 Premier League appearances. He owes Liverpool that this season. There's no more, he's changed the team. No. This is, Salah's gone. I'm not going to be able to replace Salah. There's no one out there that can get Salah's numbers, left-footed winger on that side that they realistically can get. You're the main man. Simple as that. Can Szoboszlai, if Harvey Elliott stays there, if Curtis Jones stays there, Kirkes at left back, can they give him the service, Isak, that he's going to need to score these goals?
If he can get back to that form that he had at Newcastle, he could be so dangerous for Liverpool this season.
Of course. Listen, it's about service. Maybe joining Liverpool, the players didn't really know, and he didn't know how to play with these players. Let's not forget, Salah was still playing a lot last season, and everything goes through Salah. Salah gets into positions where maybe he could set Isak up for a chance and he shoots. At Newcastle, everything was going to him. So that's a change now. But with Salah leaving now, he's the main man. Simple as that. Ekitike is injured. He has to be running to them channels. Some of the goals he was scoring, look what he was doing to Arsenal. Look what he was doing to Van Dijk and Konate. He was bullying them. He was all over them. Out pacing them. Out strengthening them. Out jumping them for headers. An outstanding striker at Newcastle. He looked okay at the World Cup as well for Sweden. Whenever I watched him, he looked okay, he looked sharp, but he really has to give back to Liverpool, because Liverpool fans as well, they've been spoiled over the years. The Robbie Fowlers, the Michael Owens, Ian Rush, you go back to Luis Suarez, Daniel Sturridge, Fernando Torres. He has to put in the performances, and he has to be hungry as well and work hard.
How important is it that Florian Wirtz has a good season to benefit the likes of...
Just as much pressure on him as well. Wirtz, the same. You've been brought in for record 113 million as well. Similar fees to Isak. And last season was, hard for a player coming into a new league. It's very physical, the Premier League, compared to maybe the Bundesliga. But this season, he's another one. These Liverpool fans will look at Wirtz and Isak, and there's no excuses. Don't want to hear it. They have to perform now. Wirtz is a player for me that I don't think he's ever going to score a lot of goals. Whenever I watch him, he prefers to get an assist. He gets into chances and he's not a great finisher. Always makes the sort of wrong decision. But he has to get his assists. If he's not scoring goals, Wirtz, he has to be creating a lot of assists.
OK, Gabs, let's turn our attention to the red side of Manchester.
Sending back towards goal, it's in! And it's Šeško! Game on at Old Trafford! Šeško with his third goal of the week!
Benjamin Šeško.
He got better with every game he played.
He really did.
Yeah, 11 goals in 30 appearances he got in the Premier League last season. I predict him to get 15 minimum this season. And from the pictures I saw at pre-season, he's bulked up. He looks a lot stronger. He's going to get used to playing with his teammates. But when I look at Šeško, I look more at it happened with Højlund as well. The frustration from that forward line at Manchester United. On that right-hand side, and Mbeumo and Diallo, they love cutting in. off the left-hand side. If it was Cunha, they love cutting in. He needs players to go on the outside and get crosses in, and he's there. He's a physical presence, and he will score goals. Bruno Fernandes out with assists for him last season. They've got Tielemans in there now, who's another player who can add assists to Šeško. But I'm excited to see him again. I think he will do very good this season.
I'm excited as well. I mean, that's the thing with Brian Mbeumo. He was absolutely outstanding last season. Manchester United fans love him. But what we did see towards the end of the season was Šeško really starting to hit form. And Michael Carrick continuously using him as that impact sub. You wonder if you're going to see him challenging to start, you know.
Yeah, but it's competition for places, and there's so many games now. Champions League, you know, rotation as well. They're not blessed with centre forwards. He's the only one. Xerxes will leave. Maybe Manchester United bring in one more.
Okay. What about this striker then?
White with a low cross. Gyökeres can't miss this one. It's spilt by Sanchez. It goes into his path.
Victor Gyökeres, split opinion last year. Arsenal fans stuck by him. He's not just a flat track bully with a bad first touch. Well, to be fair to him, at the end of the day, he did end up with 14 Premier League goals. That's not to be sniffed at.
Not at all. No, he got a few penalties in that, didn't he? I don't know the exact amount of penalties he got. Listen, I think he's a limited striker in what he can provide. Can he hold the ball up? Yes. Can he be a pest and bully defenders? Yes. With time, can he finish? Yes, he can. But I just think sometimes when looking for that extra yard of pace he hasn't got. I look at Haaland. You know, he's a million miles off an Erling Haaland. But what he can offer Arsenal, because Arsenal spread the goals so much throughout that team, do they need a striker who's scoring 20, 25 league goals? Maybe not. Maybe that's what they could need to win the Champions League. But when you've got Guimaraes in there, he will bring in goals. Declan Rice got 5 goals last season. Yasaka, Madueke, Zolis and Martinelli will chip in as well. Odegaard, Eze, Gabriel Jesus, Havertz, Marino. They've got so many players that will put in their fair share of goals. Gyökeres, I think, definitely double figures, minimum.
What's it? Sorry, minimum double figures.
Minimum double figures, yeah.
You would expect from him this season.
100%.
Even with they shared the goals that they did last season.
Yeah, but I think if he got 14 last season, he's going to want to do better than last season. So I can imagine 15 and over 15 goals.
And that would be good.
Minimum for a player like Gyökeres. Because Arsenal, all the ball, every game they play mostly. The service that he gets. He missed a lot of chances last season as well. He'll want to do better. And he did look sharp as well at the World Cup.
He did. Okay, good luck to him. Finally, the veteran, Danny Welbeck.
And Welbeck is there to finish it. And he does. For the 6th time in 8 games against Chelsea, Danny Welbeck, who's enjoying a renaissance.
You speak about Gyökeres getting 14 goals last season. Danny Welbeck got 13 Premier League goals last season for Brighton. He's now at Chelsea. How important is he to this side, but also the fact that when he does come on and he does play, it looks like he's going to find the back of the net?
I think he scores more than 13 Premier League goals. Yeah, I predict more than 15 goals with Danny Welbeck, because watching Danny Welbeck, he doesn't look like one of them strikers that you say, oh, you know, he looks like he's in his mid-30s. He's still athletic. He's still technically gifted. Some of the little movements that he makes and goals that he scores are very good. And I look at João Pedro as a striker that sometimes he'll drift over to that left-hand side. He played many times last season off the left. Danny Welbeck will be ahead of Liam Delap as well, for sure. I think he's a better striker. Delap might end up leaving. So I think Danny Welbeck will play more football than what people expect. Welbeck and Henderson aren't the same transfers. Henderson won't play as much. Maybe he plays a lot of Carabao Cup. But I think, don't be surprised if Danny Welbeck ends up as Chelsea's main striker next season.
Okay.
And he's a finisher.
Yeah, no, very, very true. Absolutely sensational last season. Okay, still to come for you here on talkSPORT Breakfast.
Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Spend £100 or more with a Travis Perkins trade account and you could win a brand new Ford Ranger. T's and C's apply.
So it seems like disappointing news then for Arsenal fans coming through overnight. It's been reported that their top target, Vinicius Jr., is doing what we all thought he might do, and that's choosing Real Madrid over Arsenal. It looks like he's going to stay at Real. We've got Spanish football writer Dermot Corrigan to give us all the latest and greatest on that. Gabby has called the Arsenal fans deluded for ever thinking that they were going to get him. Is that fair? Are you rattled? Come and have your say with Gabby himself. Arsenal fans, that number is 03717 223344. Give us your thoughts this morning. That was our breakfast preview, all thanks to Travis Perkins.
Breakfast preview on talkSPORT with Travis Perkins. Spend £100 or more at any Travis Perkins Hire or Benchmarks branch as a trade account holder, and you could win a brand new Ford Ranger. T's and C's apply.
£75 million for a player whose biggest attribute is to fall over on the edge of the box and win himself a free kick.
Gosh,
is good money. And if he wants to go and sit on Arsenal's bench, where he'll not be adored like he was at Newcastle, then he's basically going for the money.
The tune has turned.
Like
The tune has turned, mate.
All right, so tell me you're not bitter.
Oh, I'm not bitter.
Stop that! You can't be talking like. What is he doing? Just on the floor?
Falling at the edge of the box. Falling at the edge of the box.
Falling at the edge of the box.
Falling at the edge of the box.
Now you're bitter, man. Come on, you gotta be. You can't be saying them type of lyrics there on live national radio. He was good for you lot. You know that.
He was good. I tell you what.
Yeah, if he's got down the motorway, if he's going down the motorway and he says, you know what, I've got to change your heart, I'm going back. Are you gonna have him back, or are you gonna batter him just for thinking about leaving?
Me personally, I would have him back. I don't want him to go, but I think it's good. I think it's good money for a player who's limited.
Oh God!
It is good money.
Why do you have to have the dig though? Don't stop having the dig.
And the key thing is now, mate, reinvesting it into the play staff, isn't it? I mean, the money that you've poured in with Tonali and Gordon, and obviously now this week Guimaraes, you've got to reinvest it into the lads, haven't you?
Yeah. And when we finish above Arsenal, Spurs, and Liverpool at the end of the season, and look down on all of them players who've left, right? talkSPORT will need to find something else to talk about, won't they?
Good morning, how's it going? You're listening to talkSPORT Breakfast with Arnold Clark. It's the perfect time to upgrade your car. You can get 2 years free servicing when you buy a used car in the upgrade event. You can check it out online now. It's 10 to 9 at Shebahn Aherne for Brazil. Gabby Agbonlahor is here. What do we know this morning? Everton have signed midfielder Christian Norgard from Arsenal.
Good signing.
On a 2-year contract for an undisclosed fee. The 32-year-old Denmark international has reportedly joined the Toffees for £7 million. In other news, Joss Butler hit his third 50 in the last 4 matches for the Manchester Supergiants in the 100 last night. In doing so, the England white ball great moved to 14,833 runs in T20 cricket, surpassing Kieran Pollard's mark of 14,803. Big numbers, Gabs. Stay with me to become the highest run scorer in the format's history. 1, 2, 5, 7. And Gianni Infantino will remain as FIFA president for the meantime after securing the backing of senior executives in an emergency meeting in Morocco yesterday. I can't believe this guy's got more lives than I can.
Joker.
talkSPORT's Max Scott broke the news last night, and it's fair to say he wasn't happy.
UEFA, do the right thing, hold your nerve, have some bottle, boycott the World Cup while Gianni Infantino is in charge. It's as simple as that. Then all football fans and you will get your way.
Go on, Max.
Go on, you tell him.
Sock it to the man.
Maximus.
Do you agree, though? Like,
Yeah.
should UEFA just hold still on this,
100%,
not be shaking?
Yeah. Well, you know what I don't like, Shebahn, is that people that hold power when they abuse it.
Mm.
How many people could come on here now and give an instance of like when one of their bosses has used the power in the wrong way? That's what I don't like about Infantino. You got that power at FIFA and you tried it and everyone's it's backfired on you. Everyone's gotten you back and now you're trying to like sneak your way out of it. Get rid of him. Absolute joker.
He comes across, Infantino, as incredibly greedy and self-obsessed.
Look at the World Cup.
Yeah.
Camera was more on him than the game.
Well, Katie was saying that earlier on as well. It was written in that the TV cameras have to get a glimpse of him once every 20 minutes. They have to show Infantino. So he does see himself as Mr. FIFA and Mr. Football.
Well, he was snuggling up to like Trump at any opportunity as well, like the opening ceremony, and he's like making sure he's okay. Like,
You wonder though, because he has apologised, hasn't he?
don't care.
But if he came out and apologised to football fans, say, right, I made an absolute backside of this.
No, it's the audacity of him trying it.
Well-
where like, you know what, your apology means nothing.
But better to ask for forgiveness than permission, some people will say. And you wonder if he could go. How he's not gone is miraculous.
Yeah, he shouldn't be getting away. He should be gone. Let's be honest. Like, sorry, okay, thanks, you sorry, but can you still pack your stuff? For Luis Figo to come out, because we see a
Damning
lot of these
stuff.
ex-players, and they know who they are. Some might be listening that are getting these gigs for FIFA, big money to work at the World Cup.
Yeah.
All these ex-players, the best players from each country that was at the World Cup. For Luis Figo to risk his payday and come out and have it with Infantino just shows more players need to do it.
More on this to come on talkSPORT today, but for now you can head over to our website talksport.com for the latest. We've been talking about embarrassing injuries all morning because something very, very serious has happened to our very own Jamie O'Hara. He's sent us to us, by the way, to explain his food poisoning situation.
Boys, it's not good. I'm in a bad place. I can't come on. I'm struggling. I'm out in Portugal, got food poisoning from cheese on toast. And you'll love this one as well, right? The restaurant that I got it from, do you know what it was called? Fat Cats. Fat Cats. Honestly, absolute stinker. I'm dying. Sums me up, doesn't it?
But if you're
How pale he is?
He is whiter than a ghost, by the way.
He doesn't look well, does he? I want to apologise for
Sorry,
laughing
Jamie,
at him, Jamie.
you're actually not well,
Yeah.
Hen.
Yeah.
Here, he said he was in Fat Cats, but have you had a cats in Portugal?
No.
Maybe you
What?
did get unwell from cat. If you know, you know. If you know, you know.
Maybe when he gets better, maybe try some nice, you know what I mean? Some nice fresh fish.
Fish.
Do you know what I mean?
Just
Some
boiled
nice
chickens,
salads,
good for your tummy.
Yeah.
Rice, bananas.
cheese toasty. Do you know what I mean?
By the way, I'd smash a cheese toasty right now if it were in
Do you
front
think he is Southend Beach? Like, I mean, come on, you're better than that, Jamie.
Actually, now I see the video of him, he looks proper
He does look unwell, doesn't he?
rough. Rough as toast.
Yeah.
Rough as cheese and toast.
He's married now. He's got someone to look after him.
He does. He's going to be
Lovely
well
wife.
looked after. Staying on Jamie O'Hara, staying on the toilet, are Spurs back? Well, they have made a lot of noise this summer. By the way, some good business as well. They survived relegation last season by the skin of their teeth. They've spent over £230 million, bringing in 6 new signings, and they don't seem finished yet. New boss Roberto De Zerbi has clearly had an impact on the players already. Back page of the Sun this morning, they're going for Spurs stars swear by RDZ. Flippin' heck, Roberto is the back page of the Mirror as well. Some of these headlines coming out this morning as new signing Jean-Paul Van Heck says De Zerbi told him to F off and join me. Former Brighton player under De Zerbi, Solly March, joined the show on Monday and spoke of the quality of this former gaffer.
Can't put into words how good he was for me personally and the club at that time. Yeah, as a coach, as a person, sort of just installing belief in the team. Me personally, and just the way he coaches and the passion he has and the he lives and breathes the game. I don't think he goes a minute throughout the day where he doesn't think about a training session, the next game. It's in his blood. Yeah, he's incredible. So yeah, I can't speak highly enough of him.
But I don't think I've come across really any former player who's worked with De Zerbi who's had a bad word to say about the way
No
he is.
nonsense as well. That's what they need. You know, Igor Tudor come in and tried to be like that, but wasn't the right person. This manager is no nonsense, Shebahn. I remember I said it a few weeks ago. Rabiot and Jonathan Rowe at Marseille had a scrap in the changing room. Sold them both.
Yeah.
He's not messing around. He's passionate, but he doesn't want his players fighting for the wrong reasons.
Do you think Spurs could win a North London derby this season?
I think they can. I think it's the closest they've been for many years with this squad of players. But is it a mindset problem with Spurs against Arsenal? Because even if they have got better players now, he's got to change that Spursy tag that they get. When you look at their midfield, the options they've got now, you know, Tonali and Fernandes start straight away. You got Maddison back as that number 10 role. Look at defensively how strong they are. They can play Van der Ven, Van Heck or Senesi. 3 top centre halves there. I don't know which 2 will start. Jet Spence was fantastic in the World Cup as well. Yeah, I think it's going to be a better season. Porro, look at what Porro done at the World Cup.
And good news, Spurs fans, on the injury front as well. Dejan Kulusevski spotted training as well.
What's it took out of him?
I know.
I don't think he comes back the same player because he wasn't
In a long
sharp or
time.
quick anyway. He's a very good player, but he wasn't known for his pace. What's this injury took out of him so long on the sidelines? Maybe he's not the same player.
Mohamed Kudus also be looking to be needed return as well. How important
Very good
will
player.
he be?
Very good player at West Ham. Didn't see the best of him, obviously injury problems, but if he can get fit on that right-hand side, cutting in as well, you've got Solanke, but they're still missing some attacking players, I think.
Well,
That's
it
what's going
doesn't
to cost
look
them.
like they're finished. in
Yeah,
the
they
window,
need to go and get a striker, another winger in Spurs.
Interesting, are Spurs back?
In a way, they are, yeah.
Backish?
Yeah, backish, yeah. But it's nice, though, isn't it? Just supposed to go and spend all that money. Just be nice, isn't it?
Oh, get over yourself.
Spurs are back. Spurs are back.
Come
I
on.
have him, no problem. How much? No problem at all. Do you have to tell anybody? No.
And
More
De Zerbi,
concerts.
though. And De
More
Zerbi.
concerts and spend what you want.
He looks like some coach as well. Coming up, it looks like the Vinicius deal is likely off for Arsenal. We're going to get clarity on that situation soon and take your calls, Arsenal fans. Were you delusional to think that you could ever get Vinny Jr.? Gabby thinks so. Shock. 03717 223344 is the number to call and have your say on talkSPORT Breakfast. Good morning.
The good news about Areola is he went through this with Bournemouth. He lost the whole back four.
Yeah.
And he had some late signings at Bournemouth. And look how they turned out. And look what he did. And I'm pretty sure with the Liverpool ownership, I can be critical of any ownership, including my own, that over the years, they've spent money and they've won a couple of league titles. Last year, they spent nearly £500 million. You could argue that maybe they overspent in some areas and should have spent in others.
But that's hindsight. Nobody was criticising the window at the
100% everyone thought we'd walk the league.
Yeah.
And this is football 12 months later where everyone thinks now we're the worst top 6 team in the Premier League. So I dare say Liverpool will look very different by the time the window closes.
Let's hear from Dominic Szoboszlai, shall we? He was speaking ahead of that recent friendly against Leeds and he discussed the Liverpool squad depth.
I think I can talk from everybody's side that we want to be successful this season. It's a long term because obviously we have a new manager. The team has been changed and it's maybe not in a couple of months, but in the long term I think it will work out.
In the long term, it will work, says Dominic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Szoboszlai.
He's not a mug. He's just signed a new long-term deal. He sees what's going on. And by the way, they've got a lot of young talent in that squad. I know everyone's trying to say they need 10 new pieces or whatever else, but they still have a lot of good young players.
Feels like it could be a big year for Engamota, bearing in mind they're trying to sign wide players, but they haven't yet managed to get anyone.
He will be a sensation this year. I'll make a prediction that he'll win Young Player of the Year in the Premier League, without a doubt. And they're probably more confident because of him and because he can play left and right side.
What football ground are you thinking of when someone says this?
Really tough place to go. Difficult place to go. Such a tough place to go.
It's a tough place to go at the moment.
It was a really difficult place to go, always.
But what are the toughest places to go, really? We've scoured the planet to find out. Forget a cold, wet Tuesday night in Stoke. Try playing in a blizzard 220 miles inside the Arctic Circle at the world's northernmost professional club. When Chelsea lost at Tromsø in Norway in the 97-98 Cup Winners' Cup, a massive snowstorm hit at half-time. These two boys and their brooms were absolutely no match for it. We're staying in Scandinavia for Scotland's toughest away day on a windswept cliff in the Faroe Islands. In Euro 2000 qualifying, Craig Brown's men were taken to fishing village Toftir. Kevin Gallagher called the pitch a cowfield and the wind like Pitodry on a bad day. The Faroe Islands part-timers equalised in stoppage time, leading to these absolute scenes, and still one of Scotland's most embarrassing results.
Daft little ground, silly game.
But away trips don't come any tougher than a lung-busting schlep up the Andes to face Bolivia in La Paz. But now the Bolivians have taken home advantage to another level. The country's highest city, El Alto, 4,100 metres above sea level. Grass doesn't even grow up here. Bolivia have not lost here yet. The longest unbeaten run in any professional league ever belongs to Red Star Belgrade, or Crvena Zvezda if you must. They've gone 7 years without defeat at the Rajko Mitic in Serbia's Superliga. Their fans are pretty intimidating as well, but they're not as loud as this mob. Galatasaray's Ali Sami Yen Stadium's officially the loudest in world football. In a derby with Fenerbahce, Galatasaray fans set a Guinness World Record of 131 decibels. That's louder than Motorhead, and pretty tough to carry out your manager's instructions when you can't even hear them. However, our most intimidating away day is in Wales, where cameras can't enter and players can't leave. HMP Prescoed. This prison team was briefly kicked out the Gwent League over concerns about young opposition having to go in there. Now that's a tough place to go.
Early June 1939, Germany. Always a tough place to go to.
Hello, good morning. You're listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. It's Shebahn Aherne, and for Alan Brazil, Gabby Agbonlahor is here.
Is it a day off today for management?
Is it?
I think so, yeah. I think it's National Manager's Day off. There's no one in there.
I'd love to be manager.
It'd be nice, isn't it? Sorry, Alan. That's the Alan coming out at me.
Yeah, Alan's day off as well. He's back with you tomorrow on talkSPORT Breakfast. Gabby's here. And Arnold Clark's deal drop. Get the new car feeling without the new car price. Discover some of their biggest savings and finds out your next car today. Right, we have to start with the news that it looks like Vinicius Junior's deal is off for the Arsenal. Is Gabby right to say that the Gunners were deluded to ever think that they could get the Brazilian star?
Vinicius Junior cuts back inside. Brilliant goal. Absolutely brilliant goal. A moment of absolute genius. And Vinicius Junior celebrates.
Guimarães delivers again. Guns missed it. Headed in. Vinicius Junior for two.
If it happens, it's going to be mind-blowing not only for Arsenal but for the Premier League.
Arsenal are already Premier League champions. They were Champions League finalists. It probably goes down, what, biggest signing in Premier League history?
Arsenal can do no more, and now Real feel they are the front runners and that Vinny Junior wants to stay.
never going to happen. You're leaving Real Madrid to go to the Premier League. And that's no disrespect to Arsenal. I just can't. When was the last time Real Madrid lost a young, world-class quality player like that to the Premier League? No chance.
There is a bigger understanding between the parties. And yeah, that's it.
The dream was alive, but we move on, and I look forward to booing him should Real Madrid come to the Emirates.
So it looks like Vinny Jr. is staying at Real Madrid. Arsenal fans, it was good to dream and be hopeful, but the hope kills you in the end. Gabby, do you think a player would ever choose Arsenal over Real Madrid?
No. You know, like Laura Kirk-Francis, I love her, but she's deluded as well. I think it's just a part of being an Arsenal fan. Piers Morgan, deluded. He's been tweeting non-stop for the last month. Oh, he's coming, this is that. No, he's not.
Sorry, in their defence, Gabby, this chat is out there for a reason. It's because Vinicius Jr. has expressed interest in joining Arsenal.
Have you heard that?
His deal.
Have you heard that?
That's why Arteta's so hot on it.
Have you heard him say that?
Have I heard Vinicius Jr. come out and say that? No, of course I haven't, because he's not said that. Because the streets are talking and Mama's got an ear.
The streets.
Yeah. No smoke without fire. Of course not. He is interested in the Arsenal project. If he's to leave Real Madrid.
Arsenal going for Vinny Jr. is like me sending Rihanna a message on Instagram saying that I'd love you to come to the Bullring in Birmingham. I want to take you around Birmingham on a date. Like, it's not going to happen. Like, he's not leaving Real Madrid to come to Arsenal. One league title in over 20 years. Can't win a Champions League in their whole existence. He's not going to come to Arsenal. He's used Arsenal to get an extra 5, 6, 7, 8 million pound a year, and he's going to sign a new contract at Arsenal. Sign a new contract at Real Madrid. Simple. What he's doing. Arsenal been used.
Did you ever shoot your shot with Rihanna though? Did you ever DM?
I might have. Yeah, I might have. That's private business. I might have.
But the point is, we know that Arsenal have made a go at Vinicius Jr. So they've tried.
And maybe I tried, and it didn't work out.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
Yeah, but it's not going to work out. It's not going to work out for Arsenal, is it?
You make me cringe.
No, one league title in over 20 years. Never won the Champions League. Can't sit at the big table of the Champions League winning clubs like Villa, Nottingham Forest, Celtic. And you think you're going to go and sign Vinny Jr., the fan base that Vinny Jr.'s got in South America because he plays for Real Madrid.
It's not.
Rodri's doing everything he can probably to get out of Manchester City to go to Real Madrid. Haaland will go to Real Madrid at some point in his career.
It's not dead yet. Let's head to the phone lines now. 03717 223344 is the number to call. Neil,
here we go.
The Gooner is with us now. Neil, good morning to you. Are you deluded, Neil?
Every football fan's deluded, aren't they? I've been going to Arsenal for over 50 years. The only thing I'd like to say to Gabby, first for 1 point quickly, Robert Perez chose Arsenal over Madrid because of Wenger, and Rihanna also is a regular at Arsenal, so there's two things that are ready to sort him out. On the other side of it is, I just think Arsenal deserve a lot of credit, for the way the club has grown. And I've been 50. I've seen the ups and downs of Arsenal, but in the last 7 years they've grown massively. This is official figures from the Metropolitan Police: 1.1 million people on the streets after they won the league, more than any other club that could in England. I lived in China for many years. I never thought Arsenal would be compared in the same bracket to Liverpool. However, there was 1 million people on the streets of Africa when Arsenal won the league. So the growth of Arsenal has been incredible. And I don't know why, because as Gabby's completely right.
Who counted that million?
Sorry?
Who counted that million?
From the Metropolitan Police.
Oh, you said 1 million in Africa, did you say?
Yeah, Kenya, Uganda, they quoted that on their website.
It was all counted.
They're people.
Okay. Yeah.
So, the growth of Arsenal has been phenomenal with them only winning one league title. And I think they deserve a lot more credit. One, they're the London's club. They're probably the most multicultural supported team in the country, and they're definitely in London. And so there's a lot of pluses. Of course, they're delusional, but I think now is and I've got to come to the terms of it, Arsenal are going to be in for these players because of their financial clout. They made 760 million last year, and with this worldwide appeal.
How many fans in China were on the streets and Asia?
Sorry?
How many fans were on the streets in China and parts of Asia?
Neil, ignore him. He's at
I'm wondering the figures.
Why would Neil know that off the top of his head?
He knows Africa and he knows London. I'm just wondering Asia.
Neil, listen.
In Asia, they're regarded as the third biggest supported club after
There
Liverpool.
you go.
United.
Okay.
Neil, the stat man, thank you very much for your call this morning. But has Gabby got a point? Has Vinicius Jr. used Arsenal to get a new contract, the contract he wants at Real Madrid? We can get more on this now with Spanish football writer for The Athletic.
Incredible.
Dermot Corrigan is with us now. Good morning, Dermot.
Morning, Dermot.
Is it looking dead for the Arsenal?
It looks better for Madrid for sure at the minute. It's been going on for a long time, this kind of poker game between Vinicius, his people, and Real Madrid and Florentino Perez, the president there. And it looks like maybe the interest from Arsenal has forced Madrid to up their offer. And yeah, still a while to go, still a bit to go before he signs on the dotted line. But it's looking more likely that he's going to stay at Madrid now for sure.
What do you think, Dermot, about the situation last season? You know, the Benfica game and Mourinho's comments afterwards, and, you know, Vinny Jr. and Mbappe were obviously not happy with those comments. Do you reckon there's been conversations between the players and the manager to move forward?
Yeah, I think when all that happened, when Mourinho made those comments after the game, Vinicius was upset. Other players in the Madrid dressing room were upset as well. Mourinho he's managed to calm it down. At that stage, we didn't think Madrid would ever, or Mourinho would ever go back to Real Madrid. But you know, they worked it out behind the scenes. Mourinho said all the right things since he came in. Vinicius, there's been no indications that we've got on The Athletic that, you know, there were further repercussions from what Mourinho said, that Vinicius and the other players in the dressing room have accepted to move on, basically. I don't think they had a huge clear of the air, or everybody got around and got everything off their chest. I don't think it kind of works that way in football, really. But there's a lot of other things on the line. There's a lot of money on the line. There's the prestige. There's everything involved in top level football, and they've just agreed to get on with it, I think.
How do you think they line up then next season? You know, we know the back four will be Dumfries, maybe Canate, Rudiger and Cucurella. What about the rest of the forward line and midfield with Diamandi coming in as well?
Yeah, it's difficult to say at this stage because we're still waiting on everybody to come back. They've got a lot of players now, Madrid, and a lot of guys to fit together. Mbappe is still going to be the main guy, we reckon, up front, the centre forward in the team, and then it's how the others fit around him. If Diamandi does play on the right, Vinicius on the left, and Bellingham as kind of the number 10 maybe, or getting forward from midfield is the most likely way to get all the big names into the squad. But there's a lot of other players. Bernardo Silva's come in as well to fit him in. See if Rodri's going to end up at Madrid. There's talk maybe Barcelona or at least trying to hijack that deal at the minute and maybe get him instead. So, you know, everybody's just getting back. The Spain players aren't back yet. Mourinho hasn't really had a chance to work with everybody on the training ground, but that's how things are shaping up, at least you can see at the moment.
Dermot, are Real Madrid still the most attractive team to play for in Europe?
Yeah, especially from here in the Spanish capital, that's definitely what people think, and that's what Real Madrid themselves think. And, you know, it's true, I heard Gabby talking there earlier about it, and, you know, over the years, Madrid, there's just so much glamour around it. They do attract the biggest names. You have the chance to win, you know, Champions Leagues quite regularly at Real Madrid, the chance for individual honours. There's commercial opportunities that are involved at being at Real Madrid. And it's just the prestige. I think top level footballers, they're very competitive guys. They all like to get one up on each other, and being at Real Madrid is seen as the top. Maybe Barcelona for certain players as well it can rival it. But when Madrid or Barcelona have come in for even the top players at the top Premier League clubs, going back to Fabregas, to Cristiano Ronaldo back in the day when Madrid took him from Alex Ferguson and Manchester United, they just have that glamour, just that little extra that can attract players from all over.
I think you spot on about Real Madrid. Looks like a sort of club that players don't want to leave either. There's been some of the players that maybe Real Madrid want to go out on loan that probably don't want to leave. And you look at Trent as well. You know, this season, how much football will you play with Dumfries coming in? But I'm sure he wants to stay. There's been talk. Will you go back to Liverpool? Will you move? It's hard, isn't it, to leave Real Madrid? You want to fight for your place and succeed.
For sure. Like Madrid, it's difficult for them to move players on. They've had guys around the squad, you know, lower profile guys maybe, but guys like Dani Ceballos, Camavinga is there as well at the minute, you know, who in an ideal world, maybe from Madrid's point of view, they would get some money in for him. Yeah. And there were people at Madrid who were open to the idea of selling Vinicius, because they could do with some money in to fund Diamandi if he's coming in, Rodri, you know, even the guys they've signed already. But it's difficult. Everybody likes to be at Madrid. The lifestyle is good. It's quite hot here at the minute, but it's hot in the UK as well. So it's just it's a good place to live, and
Lovely.
everything that goes around it.
Of course. Dermot, thank you for your time this morning. We appreciate it.
Cheers, guys. Always a pleasure.
Spanish football writer
Thank you, mate.
Dermot Corrigan from The Athletic. You wonder what kind of money it's looking at then for him to stay at Real Madrid. Is it going to rival that of Mbappe? Mbappe's like, what, 30 million or whatever?
Yeah, but these contracts are crazy, Shebahn. Like, say there's a set wage of £400,000 a week. What's the sign-on fee, yearly fee? What's the image rights percentage that they're getting? What's the... There's just so many bonuses involved.
The brands that
Yeah,
come
you're
with
probably
it.
talking like 700, 800, 900,000 pound a week, probably.
Gabby, you've set off the Arsenal fans. Shocker Rooney, talkSPORT presenter and huge Arsenal fan. Joe Bea is on his holiday, but he's taken the time to send you this lovely message.
Why are we deluded? Because somebody wants to come and play for the Premier League champions. Listen, mate, it's possible. Vinny Jr. is looking at Arsenal and thinking, this is a club I would play for. Let me tell you what, if they don't sort out the image rights situation, oh, he's coming. He's coming to us. There's none of this, oh, he's using us for a contract. No. It's a negotiation thing. You've played football. You've played football at the highest level. You know how it goes. Doesn't make us deluded for believing that he wants to come. Was Ozil deluded? Was Dennis Bergkamp deluded? No. It happens. But let me tell you something, mate. You got a big game to worry about. PSG coming up. And I reckon it's going to be 5-6-0. Konza's going to realise it's time for me to go, mate. There's nothing that this club can offer. Just like the rest of your boys have done so. Just jump ship, you know. It's going to happen again. Focus on your club. Joe Bea, signing out.
You see there, right? It looks like he's on like top of a mountain. If you're looking on like YouTube, I'd love to 2-foot him off that mountain. I'm allowed to say that. An old-fashioned Roy Keane 2-footer.
I reckon Joe Bea would stand strong.
I reckon he'd move and then I'll go
You'd
flying.
injure yourself, wouldn't you? You numpty.
I wouldn't get up there anyway, too high.
I agree with Joe, though, and it's still not
What do
completely
you mean
over
you agree?
yet. Because I think Vinicius may want to go to Arsenal.
What for?
If it doesn't happen at Real Madrid, if the image rights don't happen, he's expressed
Will Vinny Jr. win a
that
Ballon
he
d'Or?
would have interest in
Will
Arsenal.
he win a Ballon d'Or at Arsenal playing left back?
You just need
Under
to wait
Arteta.
for it all to be over. Don't speak too soon now, Agbonlahor. Okay, coming up, we're going to continue to take your Arsenal calls. 03717 223344. Is Gabby right? Are you deluded to think Vinicius Jr. would ever sign for the Arsenal? Is that fair? It's coming up next.
No Vin, no fee. That's on the back page of The Sun, with also Arsenal target Vinny Jr. back in training with Madrid. You feel as though, you know, if the Madrid deal happens, he will end up staying. But around Bruno, they've had a deal rejected for £75 million. So do you think Gabby actually, you know, depending on how these plan out, Arsenal might have a quiet window?
Yeah, but they don't need a busy window. Just won the Premier League, and they're going to strengthen. They've lost Trossard. They brought in Zolis, who's a very good winger. If they bring in Bruno Guimaraes, I think that's enough to go again and win the Premier League anyway, even without him. But it's going to make them stronger. And I think he's a fantastic player. I don't think he should be the same fee as Tonali because of the age difference. I mean, 3 years older than Tonali. So you look at him, no sell-on value for Arsenal if they sign him. So I think 75, 80 is about right.
30 million less, okay.
Just because of the age I'm looking at.
Okay. But they're not going to have... But how important is it that Arsenal do get in a midfield, especially at the start of the season, because they won't have Declan Rice?
Yeah, and they've sold Norgard to Everton, so you're looking at that midfield and you're saying it's a bit light now. I think it's a fantastic player. We're just talking, me and Jeff, off air. You know, that probably says Zubamendi, maybe you're a squad player next season.
Yeah, and I think the thing is with Bruno Guimaraes that he's reportedly said that he wants to join Arsenal. So the deal will happen. So from a Newcastle perspective, get it done.
Yeah.
Don't let this become Alexander Isak Mark II.
Aston Villa won the Europa League, there was 1.1 million fans in Africa on the streets celebrating. I swear, and 1.2 million in Asia.
I think he's
6
making the
million
point.
in Europe.
Neil was making the point that Arsenal are a global beast.
I'm just explaining like the figures that have just come through from our lovely stat guy, Sim. Done fantastic, he did.
Sim's not even in today.
He is. You want him up?
Sim's not in. He's on his holiday.
Shebahn. He just
He's
give me
on
the
his holiday. You're full of guff.
holiday.
Sim's away on holiday.
You are a joker. Stop lying. He's here.
He's on holiday. He's
so bad.
actually on holiday.
No, not Sim. What's his name? Alex, not Sim. Sorry, I got his name.
Alex Christie is now Sim.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I see similarities.
Like tomorrow, after the transfer saga between Vinny Jr. and Arsenal, the Brazilian winger is looking set to stay at Madrid with an improved contract offer. Reportedly on the table, new Real head coach Jose Mourinho wants Vinny to be happy at the club. Gabby's essentially saying that Real Madrid is just a much bigger club than Arsenal. Let's head back to the phone lines now and hear from the Arsenal fans. Gabby has called you deluded for ever thinking you could get Vinicius Jr. 03717 223344 is the number to call. We've got Marcus with us now. Good morning, Marcus.
Good morning, Marcus.
Good to see you, Marcus. Thanks for getting in touch. What do you think? Are you deluded or is Gabby deluded?
We're not deluded, but I think Gabby needs a box of tissues and needs to go and cry in a little corner somewhere.
Definitely.
Why, mate?
Why? I think you're the rattled one, Gabby. I think you're the one that's been rattled since 2015.
What happened in 2015?
FA Cup final. Do you remember that?
No, I can't. That's a long time ago, mate.
Good point, Marcus. You've got him there.
Did you actually play in that game? I can't remember.
Oh, come on, yeah, mate. I was actually devastated I didn't start. Yeah, maybe if I started, we would have won.
You didn't even start, did you? Did you actually come on?
Yeah, come on, mate. Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember. Can't remember seeing you on the pitch, to be honest, mate.
That's
You
not
was
nice.
Maybe in someone's pocket.
Oh, yeah, Mertesack's pocket, I think it was, yeah.
Marcus.
Yeah, the slowest player on the pitch as well, by the way.
Oh, it's getting personal.
Not nice, Mark.
We're not. Listen, all love for Gabby, but I don't think Arsenal fans are deluded. We never once said that we're confident in this signing going through.
A lot did, though. Some didn't, but a lot did.
I don't know, mate. I've been watching a lot of YouTube channels and I've not really seen anyone say, yeah, he's coming or anything like that. So I just think you need to pipe down a little bit. Like, get on the side of the Gooners. Have a little bit of respect for the champions.
No, it's hard, though, when you haven't won the Champions League. But, yeah.
Come on, mate. If you're going to keep throwing that one out, like...
It's just facts, mate.
Seriously, it's very, very petty. Don't you think, Gabby?
It's facts, though.
It's facts, but... Come on, mate.
Sorry.
When's the last time you won the Premier League?
Marcus, you make a point. Gabby, if Arsenal had won the Champions League last season, would Vinicius Jr. be considering this move?
No.
But they would win the Champions League. They would be considered a huge club, but he still wouldn't come. You still wouldn't think that Arsenal fans would have hope for that.
I'm looking and saying, you know what? If I'm leaving Real Madrid, I'm going to historic clubs that have won multiple European Cups. You know,
what if he wants to be part of new history, though?
Inter Milan, Juventus, these big clubs. Not Arsenal. They haven't won one Champions League. That's just facts.
Marcus,
I'm not being disrespectful, just
Marcus,
honest.
Thanks for your call. Hussein is with us now. Good morning, Hussein.
Hussein, good morning.
Good morning, Shebahn. Agbonlahor. You're making me boil right now. I can't stand you, mate.
Oh.
You know, what have you won? What have you actually won, Gabby? You've not won nothing.
Yeah.
All you keep doing is just criticize Arsenal. What have you actually won?
Nothing, mate.
You know, it's actually funny that I used to like you as a striker, but now I can't even. I don't know what I used to see in you because you won absolutely nothing. And Arsenal are gonna win stuff.
You
They're gonna
used
win.
to like me, you said.
Yeah, I used to, but now.
What did you like about me though from before?
Now he's your big gob. Sorry to say that. You keep criticizing Arsenal, but you just don't see how Arsenal are actually making. They're going places right now. We've just won the Premier League. You just even don't appreciate that we did that because you just don't hate Arsenal. That's your issue.
I love Arsenal.
No, you don't.
I do. Thierry Henry is my favourite player. I've got his shirt that I wear at home.
Don't insult my intelligence, Gabby, please. Just
I
call
love
it as it
Arsenal,
is.
mate.
No, you don't.
I
No,
do.
You don't. Right, let me finish by saying this.
Okay.
Why will not what's his name, Vinny, not come to Arsenal? Because
it's
we
Arsenal.
actually building a team. Because we are building. Why should he stay in Real Madrid? Especially what
Real Madrid
happened between him and Jose. Never. You know what? I don't know if I'm gonna get anywhere with you, but I said what I wanted to say.
Yeah.
You know, and I think if you're gonna keep insulting Arsenal, I think we're gonna have to try and sue talkSPORT because you of Jamie O'Hara.
No, please don't
That's
sue.
all you're gonna do.
Get the petition, Hussein.
Please don't
Get
sue,
the
mate.
petition,
I
Hussein.
haven't got time for court. Please
Go
do
home,
not sue us.
start the petition.
No.
See how many signatures you can get.
Don't.
Okay, Hussein.
I'll take it back then. Please do not sue me.
Thank you, Hussein.
That's very stressful.
And he did forget that you won the paddle championship. Not
He
too
said you
long
liked me as a player. Now I'm not a good player. I can't.
I liked you
Which
as a
one was
player.
it? Did you like me as a player? Now am I a bad player?
It's when you open your mouth. I get a lot of that as well. Arsenal fans are getting in touch. We've also got a Spurs fan with us now. Maybe Rob, the Spurs fan, agrees with you, Gabby.
I don't know.
Rob?
Good morning, Rob.
Hi, Shebahn. Hi, Gabby.
Right,
Gabby,
mate.
you are 100% right, mate. Arsenal is very deluded thinking they can finish as junior.
It's incredible, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, I don't know where they think they're coming from. They're a South West London team, you know what I mean?
I mean, it's like me trying to go and get a new car and like trying to think I'm going to get a Bugatti. Like, it's not going to happen.
They need to get their own theme tune as well. They steal their song from their ladies' team as well, you know?
Do you know what it is though, Rob? I look at it like, jokes aside, and I say like, Vinny Jr. is obviously using this interest from Arsenal to get the money that he wants in Real Madrid. Real Madrid, multiple Champions Leagues, the fan base that Real Madrid have got across the world, the South American Brazilians that are big Vinny Jr. fans because he plays for Real Madrid. You know, there's a reason why Rodri wants to go there now and Haaland will go there eventually, like the biggest club in the world. Why would you want to leave them to come to Arsenal if it's not for money?
He has expressed interest.
Shebahn spoke to him, by the way, on FaceTime, and he's told Shebahn on FaceTime he wants to come to Arsenal.
He has expressed interest if he doesn't stay at Real Madrid.
How do you
So
know?
why would Arsenal fans not get excited about that? Of course you'd be excited about the idea.
Why would you get excited about getting a player which only in your dreams you're ever going to sign because you couldn't afford his wages every year?
Because the dream felt a little bit closer. It felt a little bit close to reality. Rob, you've made Gabby's morning. Thank you very much for your call.
Rob's a man of honour. And he speaks the truth.
A lot of people will completely agree with you.
Like a Lannister.
They will. A Lannister, give over. Coming up, we turn our attention to the latest with Gianni Infantino. Gianni.
Don't phone me no more,
here's
Gianni.
Gianni.
Don't
Can
phone
he
me.
really stay as FIFA president? There's more on that with our Ben Jacobs next.
Do you think he'll regret the way he went about last year?
Well, he should, in my opinion. I'm his biggest fan, right? Someone who scores 40 goals a season from right wing, not centre forward. People know him inside out. He can beat you both sides, so you can't stop him. To do that 8 years on the bounce, then he starts the season off, and he had 3 goals. In my opinion, he threw his toys out the pram and said, like, the club have thrown me under the bus. That was the first one. We're all going like, what do you mean by that? Club has thrown you under the bus.
Just had an unbelievable bumper contract.
He's got a 2-year contract, 500 grand a week. And then, again, he got left out again, and he had another go. And then just as he was on his way out the door, and he hadn't got the manager of the sack, he had another go saying we should be playing Jurgen. Basically, we should be playing Jurgen Klopp football and go back to it because we've gone right off the boil. And all the directors must have read it and gone, right, we've obviously got the wrong manager. So I don't think he should have done any of that, but he done it, and now he's gone. So I think probably on reflection he would have thought, I've tarnished he's like a superstar at Liverpool. He's up there with Kenny Dalglish and Ian Rush as a legend. But that leaving like that, I don't think he should have done that because it was petulance. It was like as if, you can't leave me out, I'm Mo Salah. Well, he did.
Over the last few years, Formula One has gone from elitist and insular to a global entertainment brand. The transformation's down to American investment group Liberty Media, who cultivated a new image for the sport since buying it in 2016. Better access to drivers, improved content on social media, and tapping into the US market have given F1 a massive boost in both attention and revenues. But is everyone happy? The fans certainly are, as evidenced by Drive to Survive. Almost 7 million people per season have tuned in to get all the gossip and all the drama from the paddock. The extra exposure means the drivers can demand a higher salary too. In 2010, the top drivers were earning $20 million a year, which isn't bad. But now, the very best earn 3 times that, with Max Verstappen getting a whopping $65 million in 2025. But money doesn't always buy happiness. Some drivers, including Verstappen, don't like the pageantry the changes have brought about. In Las Vegas in 2023, Verstappen said the drivers were made to look like clowns, and the event was 99% performance and 1% race. Some purists who still watch the sport feel the same, and that the spirit of competition has suffered. But Formula One and Liberty Media don't look like slowing down anytime soon. So expect more races, major events and exclusive access in future.
Good morning. How's it going? You're listening to talkSPORT Breakfast. It's Shebahn Aherne Gabby Agbonlahor. Alan Brazil back again tomorrow with you, which will be nice to give Gabby a bit of a break from the Arsenal fans who are having none of it.
They're nice to me. Never I see Arsenal fans about. They love me. They give me high fives and give me hugs. They love me really.
So see when you meet them in the street, they love
me.
But then on the phone, so what you're saying, it's like a keyboard gangster type idea.
Yeah, maybe, but I just think they like me. They understand, you know, they rate me as a player. Like Hussein. He said he rated me, Mum. I could have done a good thing for Arsenal back in the day.
Well,
I would have started at Arsenal.
You do make them bite, though. You do rail them up.
Let's be honest. Like Vinny Jr., why would he come to Arsenal? It doesn't make... And I'll say that about Man City. I'll say that about Liverpool. I'll say that about Manchester United. This is Real Madrid we're talking about. Am I missing something?
No.
Ronaldo goes to Real Madrid. David Beckham to Real Madrid. That's the elite.
Your point is valid.
Rodri's running all at Man City. Okay, can I go to Real Madrid now? Harden will do the same.
But there were conversations.
Did you hear them?
No, but it's my job, Gabby.
What do you mean your job?
Don't act like these conversations aren't happening.
Has anyone heard them?
David Ornstein's chatted to him last night, and they're in these conversations. They have journalists who are having conversations with these camps.
Okay, if David says it, I agree. But I just haven't heard the audio.
And Arteta was very interested, and Vinicius Jr. is keen and interested.
I was interested in Rihanna in my 20s, and she didn't reply.
If he were to leave Real Madrid, Arsenal would be of interest to him.
And if Rihanna leaves Travis Scott, have I still got a chance? No.
You never know. If
Okay.
you ain't going to shoot your shot, Gabs, she ain't knocking your door.
I'll send her another message.
You should try. Hit the DMs up.
I will do.
What would you say?
You know, me and Alan love Barbados. Alan loves, Sandy Lane. Can you get a special rate?
Anyway, moving on from Gabby's heat from the Gunners. What is a harder sport to play? Ooh, tennis or football?
Oh no! See, if I answer that, I'll get heat as well. I'm not answering any more questions.
Damned if you
I'm
do,
on
damned
mute.
if you don't. Former British tennis star
Pass.
Greg Radesky weighed in on the debate on his Off the Court podcast and called out Paul Scholes for suggesting that football is harder.
You can't compare football to tennis. I mean, there's no question about it. I was watching Paul Scholes saying, "Oh, football's so much harder than tennis." I've never heard a load of rubbish in my life. I mean, come on, Scholesy, let's go play some tennis and see how long you can last out there and having to move directions, no substitutions. There is no question physically tennis is much more demanding with the travel schedule, with competing, with having to support and fund your own team. There's so many more things that makes tennis a much more difficult sport.
Huh.
I agree, Greg. When I play paddle, it's tough. But no, you know what? When you look at some of the games, look at Wimbledon, you're seeing games, and Djokovic was in one, wasn't he? Like 5 hours.
5, 6
Shebahn.
hours. Oh,
Like, there's
count
nothing
me out.
worse than, like, listen, tennis players, hitting the ball is hard enough, but changing direction, you're sprinting, you're running backwards, you're stretching, and they've got to go again every 2-3 days, like at Wimbledon and other opens. I think tennis is harder.
Yeah.
You disagree, Shebahn?
No, I'm not. I don't disagree at all. I think tennis would be harder.
Yeah, football's hard. Don't get me wrong, but you've got 10 other teammates who are going to give you a hand.
Only thing is,
when
I
you get
actually
tired.
think if I picked up a racket now, I might be all right.
Yeah.
Tennis, whereas football, I'd be miles off.
And then you see how big the tennis court is and how hard it is to cover it. Yeah. You're doing doggies, trying to get to that, to a drop shot, then you're getting lobbed and you got to go back. Difficult. The power you put in a serve as well, what that takes out of you, the shots that they're playing as well.
Yeah.
Never mind the running.
Don't get me wrong. I think to make it as a professional footballer, you are incredibly talented and you've done a very difficult thing
You got a better chance because you can be the,
because you're in a team.
and also you can be the 1,000th best player in the world and still earn crazy money.
And that's if you're the 1,000th best player in the world.
I mean, and earn
You're
exactly,
unbelievable.
and earn crazy money.
Yeah, that's
So,
why I don't like when you hear people so easily disrespect footballers.
Of course.
As if they're mints, and it's like, well, it's quite a hard thing to actually.
No,
be
of
able to do.
course.
I
Listen,
get Scholes' point.
Yeah,
as well.
you've got. It's not easy, of course. Like around the pitch, how many times in my best years, and it's repetitive sprints, and you're blowing, you're out of breath, and then cheers, Ashley Young. There you go, down the channel, run again, sprinting. You've got to be super fit to be a professional footballer. Of course you do. But we can't disrespect tennis.
Yeah,
Because tennis
God, no.
players have got to be super, super fit as well.
Good chat.
And other sports as well. Boxing, UFC.
Golf.
A different level.
I think golf must
Pardon?
or cycling.
You say golf?
Tour de France must be a nightmare.
Yeah, Tour de France. But I think probably the worst is probably boxing.
Gabby, did you just say golf?
No, I thought you were going to say golf for fitness.
I mean, you do need to be pretty fit
Do you?
to play golf.
Really?
Go and walk 18 holes today and come back to me.
Okay, interesting. So you...
Dragging your backside around there in a buggy. Don't forget to listen to Off the Court with Greg Radesky. It's part of the talkSPORT podcast network. You can hear it on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. I'd love to see you do 18 holes. Now, the Gianni Infantino story will not go away with the latest news that he will remain as FIFA president for now after acknowledging mistakes with the World Cup plans. So could we really see Infantino still in charge of the 2030 World Cup? We can find out now with our man in the know, senior football correspondent Ben Jacobs. Ben, I mean, this plot thickens and thickens. How are you? Good morning.
Morning, Ben.
Yeah, good morning. It's like something out of Succession, isn't it?
He's on. You can't get rid of this guy. He's like, I can't say that word, but you know what I mean.
I think Gianni Infantino needed to kind of unite with FIFA and speak on behalf of the organisation rather than the individual, because that's been the big problem here. Is he acting like a head of state? Does he have too much autonomy? Has he crossed a line? And of course, many federations, including the English and the Welsh FAs, believe that he has. But this ultimately comes down to votes. And if Gianni Infantino feels that he can cling to that magic number of 106 or more, then he stands and has confidence he wins and can continue as the FIFA president. Before the World Cup, he had over 200 votes. That number has gone down. And now behind the scenes, he's doing the maths to establish just how low it has dropped. And in addition, of course, UEFA have made a lot of threats and strong statements and have taken some action. But really, UEFA, CONCACAF need to unite and put a viable candidate to stand against Gianni Infantino. Otherwise, he's going to grow confident by the day. And the deadline to do that is November the 18th. And then last night, the big development, FIFA say that constructive and positive talks were held in Rabat in Morocco with Gianni Infantino and some members of FIFA's senior leadership. And then there was a letter written to the FIFA vice presidents and the council, seen by talkSPORT, essentially offering an apology for these privatisation plans and backing Gianni Infantino. And I'll read you one paragraph from the letter. It says, "From the avoidance of any doubt, the FIFA Secretary General," and that's significant because that's Matthias Grafstrom, who had written a letter against the privatisation plans, and he is part of this letter now, so it's a joint front. And in addition with him, the management board and attendance at the talks, quote, reaffirm their support for Gianni Infantino as the only official elected by the 211 member associations of FIFA. So Infantino will feel that he's come out of those crisis talks in Morocco a whole lot stronger.
I totally agree. Thank you for that, Ben. Can I ask you a question on Vinny Jr., Ben? Because we heard about the reports yesterday of a meeting and it was successful and they're looking at he will sign a new contract there. But then I'm seeing on my social media, he's taking all these pictures off his Instagram. And what do you reckon's going on there, mate? Is he playing mind games with both fans?
Yeah, first of all, take your shot at Rihanna. I think that
yeah, why not, mate?
You need to do that.
Why not, mate?
There's still time.
Why not, Ben? Yep.
So, look, Arsenal did not take a Gabby Agbonlahor type shot at Rihanna. They made a genuine and strong pitch, but Real Madrid reacted and they upped their offer. And now we're in a situation where the player's decision is imminent. Real want an answer today. They're not going to go up any further, but they've given Vinny almost what he wants, particularly around things like sign-on fee and image rights and bonuses, all the things that basically in a perfect world get you to the high number that Vinny Jr. was looking for. And Arsenal didn't just kind of react to the window of opportunity. They went first. They made a really strong pitch. They went all in, concerted effort, owners, directors, sporting team, manager, but Real have responded. And Real are confident because yesterday those talks were positive. So the player needs to formally communicate he's definitely staying.
Yeah.
I wouldn't read too much into removal of photos on social media. Maybe it's optics, maybe it adds to the narrative, maybe it's part of the kind of game in all of this.
Yeah.
But ultimately, one thing's clear. We're going to know where Vinny Jr. will end up, staying or going this week, and Real are optimistic.
I'm doing that now. I'm just messaging her now, Ben. Any ideas what I should say, Ben?
Yeah, Ben, go on. Tell us, what would you say to Rihanna, Ben?
I would say, dear Rihanna,
No.
my apologies
Already
for being
it's a no.
10 years too late and 10 years too old and having 10 times less the finances
Yes.
now of other Premier League footballers.
Would you like to come to Birmingham? It's a fantastic place.
Come to Birmingham and have a Starbucks with me.
We'll clip this up and send it to her. Someone will make sure this falls into Rihanna's lap.
Thank you, Ben.
Ben, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Ben Jacobs with us there. God, I bet you your game was lame back in the day, but you're just lucky you could play football.
That's it, isn't it? You know what I mean?
So lucky.
If it was in now football, what would I be? Similar to Peter Crouch.
Coming up, we will celebrate the return of our Alan Brazil and also bring you, so sorry, exclusive insight on Newcastle's new manager. That's next. Good morning.
I speak to people here and there, good sources.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing I can say is that I know for a fact we're not going to rush. The window doesn't close until the beginning of September, end of August, beginning of September. We've got a lot of time. to make decisions. And on top of that, we're not like other teams who desperately have to strengthen and anyone's better than their current team. If somebody comes into our team, they have to be the right personnel, the right players on the pitch, and they have to fit the vision of Arsenal Football Club. We haven't spent 7-8 years building this squad for anyone to come in and for it to be some kind of joke. So the likes of Bruno, great attitude. He can play, Mikel likes him versatile. He can play as a 6, he can play as an 8. He can play as a 10 if you really want him to as well.
His creativity is very underrated, Joe.
Exactly. And we all know what it gets like. When you're Arsenal Football Club, you're in every single competition, guys. Just to remind everybody, we only, didn't play 2 games out of the possible. All of the games that you could have played last season, we only didn't play 2 games. What games were they? Do you know?
It would be the League Cup final. Oh no, you played that.
You're wrong. You're wrong. Don't worry, Ollie. I'll correct.
Go on. Yeah, go on.
Semi-final of the FA Cup.
And
the final of the FA Cup.
Yeah, cool.
Okay. So that means that even if you've got 2 10s, Eze and Odegaard and how great they are, sometimes you need more players.
Good morning, it's talkSPORT Breakfast. It's Shebahn Aherne Gabby Agbonlahor who's planning his retirement.
Oh, don't get me started.
Arsenal fans, don't worry, it won't be too long.
Yeah, if they want me out, I'll go.
You go live on that beach, babes.
If Arsenal fans want me out, I'll walk. If they want to do a vote, I'll walk.
You need to send a message to Gianni Infantino and give him that advice. Actually.
Gianni, can you look after me here?
It's your time, pal.
A bit of trouble.
Taxi's outside, Gianni, up the road. Mikel Arteta hopes their pre-season defeat will put even more fire in their belly following the 3-1 loss to Real Betis in Dublin yesterday. In other news, Celtic have confirmed manager Martin O'Neill underwent a small procedure in hospital just 2 days on from the season victory against Dundee, the season opening victory. Sorry, good luck, Martin. Hope you're okay. Sending all our love. And also, Matthias Jaisler was officially confirmed as the new manager of Newcastle United yesterday. We were joined earlier on by a man called Yazan Al-Sharif. He's the CEO of Jaisler's former club, Al Ahly. A bit earlier on, he spoke to us and he said about the Germans' ability to deal with pressure and adversity.
Even before our assessment to hire Matthias Jaisler to recruit him in Al Ahly, he used to deal and recover very well after each game that he lost. So he can deal with that pressure. He's a very calm guy, but that doesn't mean he's in the comfort zone, but he's a very calm with intensity. So in that manner, we were very comfortable with him, and he has dealt in every position with real responsibility and real recovering very fast.
Really good insight there from Yazan Al-Sharif, who worked very closely with Matthias Yasla out in Saudi. He also said he expects that they could finish in the top 10, which would be progress on last season.
Yep.
But also you would think Newcastle fans want more. They've had the taste of success. They've got that trophy. They've had European nights.
Yeah, it's hard, isn't it? You finished 12th last season. Yes, you had Champions League football. That didn't help. But to lose Tonali, Gordon and Guimaraes, it's a big ask to finish in the top 10 because there's so many good teams now. You look at the top 7 that you probably predict it will be. Then you've got Bournemouth that have got strong squad still. Brighton will be up there. Will they finish above Sunderland? It's going to be a difficult season, but the fans have to be positive because the players will need that positive energy in the first game.
Well, let's find out if we've got a positive Newcastle fan with us now. Good morning, Owen. How are you?
Good morning, Owen.
Morning, guys. How you doing?
Good,
Okay, mate.
thanks, Owen. You feeling good vibes about Yasla, or are you a little bit sceptical?
Am I feeling positive? I'm feeling super excited about the whole thing. It's a little bit unknown. You know, we're going into something different. But anybody who watched Newcastle last season consistently, we were dreadful. We were really bad. And I love Eddie Howe. All Newcastle fans love him. He gave us memories that we'll cherish. But some of the decision-making was just strange. There was one game, there was 5 players out of position all over the pitch. Jacob Ramsey was poorly that day and he vomited at the side of the pitch. Someone actually put a post out saying maybe Eddie asked him to play and go. And that is the kind of thing we were seeing week in, week out. And I hear things about, relegation for that. Oh, there's no Eddie there now.
No way.
If you've seen us last season, honestly, we are not relegation for that.
No.
And next season, I'll stick my neck out and I'll say top 8 finish.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I like
Still
to hear
some
your
very good
positivity.
players, though, haven't you, Owen? You know, you lost like superstar players. We still got some very promising players, and Louis Smiley might be a player that really plays a lot this season.
Oh, Gary, they've got some shining stars. Lewis Miley, Lewis Hall. At the end of the day, Sandro Tonali, he hasn't wanted to be there a while.
Yes.
Gordon turned up when he wanted to.
Yes.
Bruno,
Fair.
he was a hell of a player. He was an absolutely fantastic player. But even with him there on fire, we finished 12th last season.
True.
We were lucky to do that. And by the way, before I go, I want to say, Gabby, sometimes you irritate me, but I agree with a lot of things you say. You keep banging that PSR drum and all this. Because although it's wrong, keep it up, mate.
Owen, we're brothers, mate. You're my brother. Okay? Newcastle and Villa are brothers.
And
We're
brothers
sticking this
might
together.
not always agree, but you'll always stick
we
by
love each other, mate.
Owen, well said. Thank you very much. So Newcastle won't have European football, but Brighton will. Brighton fans, are you ready to relive the magic of another European night at the Amex? Well, tickets are on sale for Brighton's Conference League playoff second leg. Adult tickets, guess how much they start from?
£3.50.
Oh, shut up.
What?
£18.
Oh, wow.
Which is a great price, okay?
Great
Head to brightonandhovealbion.com for tickets and full details. And if you can't make it, we will bring you live commentary here on talkSPORT. Gabby will be listening and he'll be commentating on it at some point as well. We'll make sure he'll be there with you, supporting you all the way. Now, if you missed Big Al's electric return yesterday to the airwaves, don't worry. He is back with you tomorrow. A lot of people have been getting in touch again this morning, showing their love for the big man's return. But none more special than Alan's favourite Maverick.
Oh, hello, mate. Jackie G here. Hope all is well from sunny Mallorca. Hope you like my t-shirt, first of all. I hear you're back on, mate. Looking forward to hearing you and listening to you. Please don't be hammering me, mate, this season. Or some of your colleagues. Yeah, I hear you're doing really well, in better shape than Gabby as well at the moment. So I'm happy to hear that. Although it ain't too hard, is it, at the moment? So, no, sending you all my love, mate. And, yeah, buzzing to see that you're back on air. And hopefully I'll catch you soon at a Rod Stewart concert. As you do know, me and Rod are best mates now. Went to see him last year. So, all the best, pal. Sending you all my love.
Cute. Jack Grealish sending his love to Alan Brazil.
Al.
It'd be nice if Jack sent him that t-shirt. I'd like to see Alan rocking a bit of that.
Maybe he changes his fashion now.
Yeah, I think he should.
Part of his new brand.
I think he needs a glow up now.
Yeah, he does.
He's
yeah.
lost all the weight. Maybe we get Gokwan in to give him a little style out.
Yeah, maybe grow the beard, something different.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. Okay.
It's all about a brand.
What is it? Your body's your business?
Body's a temple.
Body's a temple and a business. By the way, coming up for you tomorrow, Alan Brazil and Ray Parlour are back with you together on talkSPORT Breakfast. We're looking forward to having Big Ray back as well.
Yes. Do you know what, Al? Winning the war was unbelievable, wasn't it? The party they must have had when they won the war.
Yeah.
Because we all would have been German now, wouldn't we?
Yeah.
So that was an historical moment. Winston Churchill, what he did. And then them to surrender, Germans, was an amazing for British, really. If you look back at those programmes about the war, and he's a little bit blasé, wasn't he, Winston Churchill? He went for things and we think, well...
God, he loved a bevy, didn't he?
Well, obviously the cigars and, you know, it could have gone either way, but it was unbelievable how they took chances and it come out on top.
More of that from these two legends. Back with you tomorrow on talkSPORT Breakfast. Gabby, we'll see you next week. Look after yourself. Adam Catterall and Carlton Cole on the way next. Have a good one. Bye.
What did you like about me, though, from before?
Now he's your big gob. Sorry to say that.
You know, 1 minute I'm doing this, I finish at 10:15. There's a car outside. I'm like, what's going on? Straight down to Addenbrooke's, Cambridge.
Okay.
And a few hours later, wallop, they open me up and stick a new liver in there. So I did have cancer on my liver.
Did you?
And we suspected that for months, to be honest. But they didn't want to go in and touch it and shake it up in case you could make it spread, you know. But anyway, they decided that, first of all, they said the perfect match came in, or else I might still be waiting.
Yes.
And people who know what I'm talking about, who are on the list, you can wait 18 months. You can go down there, get ready to have the op, and they say it's not quite right. Go away, come back. We'll phone you later, maybe in a few weeks, and it can be murder. It can be terrible. But I was so lucky. I went down there and they said, we've got one and it looks perfect. So we're going to do it now. I'm like, what?